but I'm foolish. I needed you. I needed you.
Here I am again, floating through the silence in my cold skin. My body is wearing thin. My fears tell me I'll never win. My body is wearing thin. And there's darkness here. The whole world I fear. In my room I seem to drown. But I won't let them
Hello and welcome to Baltic Esports League Season 2, Week 7 and Day 2. At least for us, since yesterday we did have 4 games, today we're going to have 3 games and 3 more tomorrow. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you about that the regulation season is already coming to an end soon, because next week is going to be the last, and you still have a time to buy the tickets to HyperTown Tallin Festival on 20th and 21st October in Saku, Suurhall. So be sure to check that one out in HyperTown.pro. And of course, as always, we're going to give you the vault giveaway today as well. So if you want to win that, subscribe to our YouTube channel and type in the chat #vaults. I'm MV.
I'm V.
Yes, and we're going to bring you now 3 games today. Are you excited? Because a lot is online here.
Yeah, I mean, in all seriousness, well, we're going to see a few games that really matter here. We're going to start it off in the schedule with Not Like This playing against AYN.
Yes.
That is going to be the first match of the day, which is going to be soonly followed up by Red Eye playing against Žalgiris.
Yep, as well, quite an interesting one, especially how Red Eye played yesterday.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that match, and also Žalgiris yesterday seemed to be on point, so it should be a very interesting one to see indeed. And the final match is going to be Not Like This playing against Mighty Wolves. This is also my match of the week, mainly because it really matters for both of these teams, and both of these teams are still currently in the battle to actually get into the top 4, meaning that they are battling for a place in the finals.
And there's always a chance that if Not Like This win those 2 games they have today, and they miraculously win against Mighty Wolves, which in theory could be possible, we don't know, then our Mighty Wolves won't be able to get in there, but it's going to be between Lattelecom and Not Like This to get into that top 4, and that's going to be pretty hot as well. But let's check out the standings just to see which teams are already going to HyperTown Tallinn. So those 3 teams will definitely be eSports, Lithuania, and Volsung.
Yeah, so currently their points definitely allow for us to make such a prediction, because pretty much a scenario where they fall out is out of the question right now. But as we already previously mentioned, Autoclutch, Mighty Wolves, and Not Like This, still all of these teams in theory can make it to the finals. And closely followed by, of course, Žalgiris in the 7th position and Figaro 5 in the 8th. For these teams, it's just about the prize money.
Yes, it definitely is. But the fact that in the top 8 we have so many Lithuanian teams, it was in mid-season as well. Lithuanian teams were dominating that position. And do you think that it's going to continue on forward? We're going to see maybe 2 Lithuanian teams in the finals.
I mean, it is definitely a possibility at this stage, so cannot really count it out, as pretty much all 3 countries currently now are fighting for that 4th position, and that means whoever gets in is going to represent 2 teams in the top 4. In that case, will be represented from that according country.
Exactly. Let's check out the bottom 8, which unfortunately won't at any point get into that top 4 and still have even a possibility of dropping into that bottom 4. We see Skinlords, AYN, XGR Esports, and Estonia there. I believe for Skinlords, AYN, and XGR Esports, they don't have a chance to fall out from that, like top of the bottom 8.
Yeah, so it seems that those standings will not really change unless Team Red Eye start off with the victory here today, and then afterwards follow it up with another one. But still, in order for them to get out of that bottom 4, that does mean that the teams above must fail.
Yes, which has been the story for the past few weeks here on BSL stream. But as you already said, like Team Red Eye still have a chance, but Skinlords Reds and Aston Esports, they will be out. Yeah. We saw yesterday Aston Esports. They were pretty good. The start was okay.
Well, it's the lack of experience on their side, I believe, as to why they weren't able to show a better performance. They did start off quite strongly against Mighty Wolves, able to secure yesterday, if I recall correctly, in the first half 7 rounds on the terrorist side, but after the side switch happened, they couldn't get a single round, and the match was closed out in favor of Mighty Wolves. But speaking of the first matchup of the day, we are going to see, as already previously mentioned, AYN playing against Not Like This. So on the side of AYN, we're going to see Tulip, Kritu, Abyssal, Switcher, and ZFX.
Yes, and on the side of Not Like This, we're going to see Prokus, Dreamus, Halflex, Kalinka, and Fanet. And we have talked so much about Not Like This because when they switched only 1 player in their team, they started to win the games.
Yeah.
And we were no longer doing Not Like This in bad way.
Not that many times anymore. There have still been a few occasions, and hopefully today is not going to be the day where these occasions will come through again. But yeah, in general, not like this have progressed more throughout the actual season, as will be repeating myself saying this, of course, a bit too late. But still a pleasant sight to see that actually some sort of progress is happening and this team is not stuck in a single place.
Yes, and for AYN as well, last week they really surprised us with their performance when we betted against them in our prediction game, and they came out on top, which is great news. And the fact that they switched BESL with the Fields, and first time we saw BESL, he wasn't performing, and now he's top fragger of the team, which is kind of insane. I think AYN has a really good chance on taking this one, even though not at this moment are on top in the standings at least.
Yeah.
So, and my prediction is going to be that AYN are going to take this one 16-12.
Okay.
It has to be a close game. I don't think, like, even if not like this, they're going to win. I don't think it's going to be a stomp. It has to be at least 16-10 scoreline, at least.
That's exactly what I put down for, but in favor of not like this. I believe that considering how important this is for them, they'll be going out guns blazing, and that does mean that maximum try-hard mode, in theory, should mean lesser mistakes, and of course should result in a victory. Now, on the side of AYN, I have pointed out BESL as the man who we really want to spectate here, as obviously if he shows up in such a performance and in a manner as he has so far in the past few matches, then definitely not like this are not going to have an easy time. On the side of not like this, though, the last few games, Halflex has been quite impactful, and actually I'm going to put down him here as well as a factor that really needs to perform, because if Halflex is not going to be performing, I mean, it's going to be a lot more difficult time for not like this, because on a map, which is, apologies, Cash, the first map that we're going to see today here, that does mean that Halflex really needs to be on point, as he's quite mobile, and once again just being able to play all around on a map, which definitely requires it. So
and as you already said, like not like this, a lot is on the line. And I want to point out that Procas was very on point in the beginning of the season, then he kind of fell off. And I really do hope that this guy that has been in the scene for a real long time will now show why he's there still. I think he definitely needs to go for the frags. And as we have pointed out, Kalinka has been consistent throughout at the moment. Every single game he has put up enough amount of kills for his team to succeed. With the help of Halflex, and I think now the team kind of feels it all together. So I'm really hoping that now in the last few matches, all of them are going to come out on top of their opponents, like be super aggressive and everything else. Because I think to see not like this in the finals of Season 2, where in the Season 1 they were, I believe, at the 8th place.
Somewhere around that.
Which is in a way kind of surreal that they managed to turn their game that hard that from the last place they managed to get into the finals.
It would definitely be an interesting plot twist here in Season 2, as they started off in not such a successful manner, and then to afterwards see them barely scraping their way into the finals would of course be a complete redemption on their side in terms of their initial performance in this season, as well as the performance in Season 1. So
and I think as well with the addition of Kalinka to not like this, they have started to play more strategic in a way that they do fakes as well, which I have to say has been working out for them before. And I think against AYN, if they're going to pull out fakes, then it should be their game, because I think AYN might be the players who will over rotate, won't be too fast on their retakes. And the fact that not like this at the moment are so stable, I'm not even rethinking my prediction, but I'm still gonna stick with AYN.
Okay. Well, I do agree with the fact that in general, not like this have started playing with a more tactical approach. Obviously, that comes in, a lot of it probably is, as you already previously said, with the addition of Kalinka, and of course that experience behind his back. Calming his teammates down when required, gathering the team together, and just making sure nobody is overextending anywhere, and so on. Now, unfortunately, for a lot of times we see that these teams are able to have such an approach only for a few rounds, and it afterwards sort of kind of starts to slip away, either because nothing is working or everything is working as intended, and the players start to feel tempted to sort of push their limits and really see how far they can take it. Obviously, it's none of it is with the intention of throwing, but a lot of the times it might seem that way.
It just looks like it. It just looks like it when they start doing that.
As we've already said, situations like where you're pushing as a single CT, a particular site, not knowing what you're pushing into, like in order for you to push alone a certain part of the map, being on the CT side, you really need to have a good understanding of what is happening on the opposite side of the map. So you need to know how many players are where, when they were last seen, and so on, in order for you to understand when to really pick your timings and to understand as well how far you can push.
Yeah.
Because if you're, say, a quick example would be pushing as a single CT B lobby on cash, and if you do it early enough, like say if you do it around minute and 10 seconds, and you push in through middle, whilst fair enough, you have locked the enemies down, and your opponent, like you've already told your teammates, there's nobody there, you can start rotation, everyone goes towards the A site, and then afterwards, you get surprised by the fact that the terrorists decide to go for a full 180 B hit. You might get like a guy or two, a max, in the process, and then you die off, and that means that the B site is still completely open, everyone's on rotation, the terrorists are already on the way, and it is just a horrible situation for everyone. So you really need to understand when it is beneficial, as well as far, how far you can take it. It's like it's better to not push that far, but be able to secure a more advantageous off angle rather than push forward.
At least toxic position when you push into the lobby. As we've seen, like some teams really prioritize sometimes going towards fast peak towards B lobby. When they strafe out, they go into the lobby and they hit that wall, and they go with the op kill. And I believe Not Like This have been one of the teams that have been doing that quite often now. So I'm really curious to see if they're going to start on the CT side. Will they be really proactive about knowing the enemy positions, or will they stick with their guns and just like stay in sights?
Well, obviously, usually this proactiveness comes if it's going to be with the AVP early on. Fair enough, that's justified.
Yeah.
Pushing into the unknown with the one man pushing and the other one covering you with rifles is still a 50-50 scenario. Like, I mean, yes, you can do it, but then the remainder of your team really need to have a good idea of what needs to be done in case if A, everything goes wrong, B, works out as intended, because once again, your push on one side of the map also must reflect in other actions on the other side of the map. Otherwise, there's no point.
Exactly. There needs to be that. Needs to be that synergy
and of course adjustments made from your teammates, and a lot of it is going to be down on the communications as well. And of course, we've seen so many teams here that it is quite clear in that in certain situations the communication is very poor. Either it being in the form of no information passed about a certain position, or just off the fact of, once again, just seeing how these players peak and when they choose their timings. You can really tell if the information has been passed on or no. This is more specifically about riflers. The off player is a bit of a hard guess, because sometimes they just go for an angle that they feel comfortable with, not necessarily something that has been caused by certain other actions taken on the map.
Sometimes they decide to stick with their guns. And on the side of Not Like This, I think their operators are kind of relatively static. We haven't seen too crazy plays come out from them, nor from the side of AYN, although we know ZFX with his op sometimes comes out just insane, but as well, just like some few rounds.
Well, when he's not doing 360s in the pistol rounds, then he can take up the op, of course, and really show as well that he can be impactful with the weapon. I mean, for the side of AYN, as our been saying a few times now, speaking about their standing position, they're a team that shows mixed results. Again, different kind of teams, so it's really hard to judge as to where they exactly stand. It seems that they're more of a team that relies on the fact if the core members of the team, or at least solid 2-3, are having a good day, and then afterwards the remaining players really feel like they need to step up. But if nobody's really showing up, usually like there's like maybe one guy that stands out for them, and if that's going to be the case today, I feel like they're going to have a really bad time.
Yeah, most definitely. As already called out, we do expect for Not Like This at least have two players that constantly are fragging, because they're around the map. And for AYN, as you already pointed out, a BESL. And who would you call out the next guy? on the side of AYN?
Well, I mean, Kritu has been quite impactful. Tulip has been impactful in the pistol rounds. So either of those two, Switcher, as the name says, sometimes switches it up completely and goes absolutely mental. We've seen him also pick up the AVP at times, and at times he's very quiet. So I feel like he might be still perhaps finding his place as a player. Just a lot of the times this inconsistency is down to the fact that you might necessarily know what your own play style is and what sort of approach works best for you. Like in general, you should know. I must apologize. I don't know how much experience is behind Switcher's back.
That's what I was thinking, because if you remember in Season 1 we didn't see any of these players, and now they come up in Season 2, so I think he's from the new school, probably just a few years to be playing CSGO, as we haven't seen in any other tournaments. These names haven't ever come up in the past, and now they're here, and they're looking good. Yeah,
well, it's a learning curve, so that's something, of course, you need to take into account here. I mean, it's also the progress of the player is going to be dependent on so many factors, like starting from literally how many hours per day you actually invest into the actual game versus what is your practical approach towards practice. Is it deathmatch, or is it like a pure tactical point of view that you approach? Is it both? Or is it some specific thing that you go for, and so on? And you even see sometimes players deciding to actually go for a different kind of play style, and then there's the adjustment period before the transfer happens, because you have still old habits that are messing up the new ones, and it's just a cluster F of everything.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, like it's just so many unknown factors that it's really hard to say as to why that might be the case if we're specifically talking about Switcher here, but that also goes for in general anyone else. So
yep, that is true. At the moment we do have 9 players in the server, and slowly but surely, who is that we are missing still? Kalinka.
Kalinka, yeah.
He was missing last time as well, and the same goes where there was flushed for Skin Lords. Here is going to be Kalinka. Do we have any other players that all the time are late to the matches? Can you recall? You can't really recall, right?
Nah, not really. I mean,
everyone else is taking this seriously. Kalinka, what's up?
It's not necessarily not. No, it's with experience you do not feel pressure.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So.
That is true. And the fact that players like to come into the server like in the last second. When it's like, oh, we have game now after 10 seconds, let's go into the server.
Hey, I mean, there's a certain amount of time that will pass unpunished. I know there have been even like smaller teams that have tried to say tilt your opponent from the very beginning, of delaying it to the very max and then entering the server. Like there's the good old classic join the server at the same time, and so on. So anything that gives any sort of slight of intimidation factor might be good for you. And like if say everyone is spamming in chat from the side of AYN saying like where's your 5th, and like they're like we'll see, then you kind of feel like, okay, you know, just try to get the players on the edge as much as possible. Of course, any sort of this is also like the same about there's been a lot of discussion at some point in time, and always is a point of discussion about trash talking during LANs. That is also.
Are you a fan of that, or you think you have to have the different approach?
I don't trash talk a lot during LANs, but if it is a crucial round that our team wins, then I make sure I vocalize as much as I can, either by actually having something directed towards the opponent team, or just in general expressed by satisfaction extremely loudly to make sure that the opponents feel like they're losing their grip, which of course puts you a lot more pressure on your side. And taunting the enemy players to a polite degree of course might as well force out certain movements or actions from them that you don't want to, they might necessarily not need to do in that situation, but of course that can still happen. So like there's a lot of interesting factors, and this is more about LANs in general, I would say. Online, of course you can still try to like talk stuff in chat.
We still even have in HyperTown, at least in Riga, we had like before the finals or before any of the teams came on the stage, they brought 2 captains from the teams, and Daniel was basically asking them to trash talk each other at that stage, where it was quite simple.
Hey, it's good fun.
It is.
It's good fun.
It is.
As long as, of course, the teams take it. Hey, if you take it personally, then
then you're in the wrong place.
You're in the wrong place, buddy. Then you need to go into boxing or something.
Yeah, most definitely. Let's just see now. It's going to be AYN, I guess, not like this here now in the 9th round. And let's just see who is going to start. Probably on that CT side, even though you and Gekons do like that T side more, teams prioritize more CT side here on this map.
Well, it's it's like, say, this tier teams most likely will prefer the CT side where possible, just because it is a lot easier for you to go for a hold and then afterwards approach the terrorist side, knowing that like being on the CD side does force the enemy come towards you. Like, you don't need to seek the entry for most situations, and obviously that might be just mentally easy on you. So AYN actually have won the 9th round here, so they're going to be starting on the CT side, and the first round is going to be on the way. We're going to see ZFX picking up a smoke and a diffuse kit, so good job from him. Of course, he's going to head towards that car position. Just
we can see this is one more time. I don't know if that's like a default strat or something. This is something the joggers were doing in Season 1 as well. In Season 2, we can see AYN are practicing the same thing. So they're being the ones that are going to give basically away the A side if the worst happens. As here, Tulip is going to find the first kill, as you already said in pistol rounds. This guy is very impactful.
And ZFX now peeking from the car, will not spot anyone just yet. Of course, those tracers and Kritu finding Fadette now will prompt a push from CTs closer to the site, and Prokus will find only one, as now Dreamus finds the first, gets the second as well in a 1 versus 2 situation. This is very doable for him. 84 HP on the board. Don't overpeak as he wide peeks and spots both of these players. Will dink one, but that's not enough.
The fact that he dinked a player and he saw where both of them were, and he was so close to forklift and he was not going to hide, like, is it really the confidence that they have over here, or was that just stepping over the line?
I believe he went for a gamble in that situation and tried to take a 1v1 duel, not suspecting that both players are going to be already out. In that situation, though, like, I mean, really, he did have the opportunity to double check and see if the player is alone or no, and try to make sure that he's actually going to have an isolated team fight. Option number 2, just don't peek that angle. Make sure that you peek as far as you see electric box, and then you have an off angle where you definitely, the first plant strafing is going to be a 1v1 engagement, and you have a half a second gap there before the second. Now from not like this though, this is going to be a very nice B hit, but BESL definitely hears these players. This is going to wide peek and instantly goes down, doesn't get a single one. Smoker, excuse me, Switcher now forced to deploy a smoke. He's going to be playing around the site as he finds 2, but he will be taken down by Prokus. A 3v3 situation here as Halflex now peeking towards the CT, will be instantly taken down by Kritu with a crisp headshot there. Prokus now just making sure he's going to get the bomb plant, and still in a doable situation as he finds one and needs to find more here.
But he ran out of the bullets there with that CZ. Is going to lose his life. And now 2 M4 should be safe for AYN. And the fact that Halflex got the M4, and they got the M4 early on from a BESL that they killed in the vents, and he was not able to do anything with it.
It was an extremely bad angle choice coming out from him. Knowing that you do not have armor on your side, you need to take definitely an off angle. Any single bullet is going to mean aim punch, and you had all the options just to see if they're going to be crossing for a headshot and definitely get at least one free kill in that situation to alleviate the pressure on the player in sight. So a bit of a mistake coming out from Halflex there, but I would say an unorthodox mistake in that situation, as there was nothing obscuring his vision. Prokus now already with the bullet tracers flying in, will understand that there's a player peeking from connector here, and that is going to be Tulip, who's going to spot so many players, but Kalinka was not flashed in that engagement as Halflex finds the second entry, and the first buy round already falling apart for AYN here, as Abyssal will get a refrag, but that's still only one, and ZFX now on this site is going to be pushed from several directions, misses the op shot, as Abyssal now finding another one, will be taken out. ZFX forced to battle it out with a pistol in hand, still will be taken down as only Switcher alive here, no defuse kit in hand for him, and of course he's not going to be going for it at this stage.
Yes, very unfortunate pickup for ZFX, as not like this decided to go for a fast round, kind of with the mid to A push, and he with his op was basically doing nothing. He missed, I believe, 3 shots there in that situation. Lost the AVP, and now it's going to be 2 ops they're going to be staying with, not like this. And on T side, we both are not fans of having 2 ops, especially this early on.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, for not like this, they'll You can see Procus actually switched it out. But in general, like 2 AVPs, alright, like you can work with it, but you really need to start off extremely passively, especially now, knowing that AYN, they're going to be force buying most likely here. So you need to be wary of the fact that not too many pushes are happening, or at least that your AVPs are in a position where they'll be able to fall back. And as I already said, AYN's now force buying up whatever they can. They do have a few Deagles on their side, as well as a FAMAS and an M4. So now pushing up close. Procus should have heard Tulip, unless I believe he walked already from somewhere around middle. So Kalinka now with the peek over here is gonna give away sound cues. The grenade towards white box will find a lot of damage down onto Switcher, and another grenade towards middle has also taken down the HP of Tulip, and Kalinka with a quick execution towards the back head there of Tulip.
Tulip had no idea that someone's already there. That smoke really does help, not like this take mid control. And as we can see, AYN have given it away instantly, as the last round was pretty awful there. They lost 3 players there, if I'm not mistaken. And now let's see, can they hold this side? As Switcher's going for the spray, he's gonna find half-lives, but there are more players following up this push. As Switcher now goes a very aggressive position, he's gonna get 1, gonna get 2, and there's 1 more player waiting in the B lobby, but that's gonna be Procus getting the kill, and now only ZFX remaining. But as he pushes in, Procus was ready with the AK to take him down. The game's now tied up.
It's quite odd that not like this didn't have a smoke for CT there in that situation. They definitely had the money for it. So did I just completely miss where they used all of their smokes, or did they not buy any, or what the situation is? Dream is now, of course, peeking B lobby from above this side.
And look where AYN quite possibly could be running. Looks like it's gonna be more so just a stack, not a rush towards B lobby. But maybe if not like this, wait long enough, they could potentially wait that push, and it could happen as here Tulip can find Panet with 17 HP, and now it should be Dreamas getting the kill, but he's already started his rotation, so he misses at the moment those 2 players that are peeking out there. Proc is going to find 1 more towards middle, so it's going to be now only 3 players with P250s, if I'm not mistaken. No, P2000s.
P2000s, yeah.
Only 1 P250.
Alright.
It doesn't look like they're going to go for any kind of free take or anything.
They're just going to wait for anyone to push randomly in that situation. They don't even have an armor though, so I mean it's fully justifiable for them if they want to go for any sort of like potential exit frag. And
like
try
3
and find
players
someone.
pushing 1 position with pistols, you have to get at least 1 kill in that scenario if you're not being like backstabbed or anything.
Yeah, just try to get a free weapon. It's obviously going to save you a lot of money on your side, and it doesn't matter. You're going to buy next round anyway.
Yes, and they won't have the op next round as well, so that means that not like this will still be able to hold that in their hands. The only ones that are holding it at the moment, Dreamas, he hasn't found too much luck as well, but him just holding those angles, being the guy that kind of helps his team move around the map, like he was in the beginning of the round, he was just checking someone pushes from B.
Ooh, Kalinka actually goes down there.
And was any weapon saved? No weapons were saved there in the end, so he wasn't even rushing for that weapon. Why?
I don't know, he had the option of picking up the AK, so yeah, just weird. Just weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2-3. AYN maybe are already losing the grip of the game. As for now, not like this. So Kalinka is gonna go for a smoke. Is gonna land on. Okay, perfect. Yes, this was the smoke that Kalinka was using the last round as well.
Okay.
With a grenade smoking off Switcher. No, I believe smoking off Switcher. In that stage, Switcher did not spot the player. He killed off Tulip as well. Now he one more time has got in the middle, and he basically solo this position, which as already is a huge map control for not like this. That means that the rest of the 4 players that they have around the map can do their thing, and they will know, Kalinka will know when AYN are going to rotate to each site.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to hear how many players are where, and obviously he's going to have continuously this kill potential. As you can see, AYN actually have decided to not push for any information this round, and as I say that, Procus just goes for a single man peek, or at least try to find the timing to get into forklift. Unfortunately, didn't work out for him, as now Dreamas deploying the Molotov and a smoke for cross. of course, is going to force the remaining players for not like this to group up here in ZFX with that flash.
Not gonna push through.
Yeah, but in the meantime, Kritu just continuously fighting kills here. Already has 3 on the board, as now Dreamus will take him out of the game. And tapping away there, unfortunately, will not find any more kills as ZFX and Switcher pick up the remaining 2. So 3-3, AYN able to return the favor here. And so far, looks like a pretty equal match. I mean, for not like this... it seems like they have an early idea, but then afterwards, sort of the execution a bit falls apart. So it's a bit too chaotic.
And they're failing when they're pushing the A side. The B side for them is quite okay to push. When they're moving into the A side, they almost instantly get killed off. And here too, can he find the first kill? As you can see, a bit more attention put towards middle from the side of AYN, as Kalinka has been a bit of an issue after a while now. So now let's see, it's going to be not like this, being pretty safe about their positioning.
Yeah, but just the fact that Tulip was on low HP there, of course, meant that, as you already saw, 2 flashbangs had to be used just for him to be able to get away. Yep. And even at that stage, it wasn't really guaranteed. So he's going to head towards the A site and is going to remain in the actual site. And Abyssal now almost was caught off guard there with that peek. You can see he's left on 1 HP, Tulip on 14. So still very doable for not like this, as Kalinka now with the AVP. Scout
yes.
is going to peek towards the site. Will not spot anyone, but Abyssal and Switcher both finding kills here. As only now Abyssal will go down, and Switcher in the site will be eliminated as well. That grenade from heaven, of course, will give away the information about where these players are for Prokas, and he does suspect that there's somebody in these vents. Now the bomb is dropped in the open. Prokas needs to find 3 1v1 engagements, as Krito already has made it out of the vents, and that will be a quick 4th round there for AYN, and now not like this will be forced onto pistols once again.
We saw in that round, not like this, they got picked apart, only 2 players remain, Prokas there and Kalinka. Kalinka got taken down in the side by the push of Switcher, and the fact that not like this didn't go for the plant there, they had the opportunity to just run into the side, hide, and the plant would have been 100% there. But they wanted to go for, I'm not quite sure how you could call that, like they were trying to execute its 2 players and just like taking the positions. Whereas we saw like Prokas, he had the opportunity to kill off Kritu there. He had the suspicion, but Kritu was patient enough. And now the flash is going to come through. Kritu with his spray down is going to look for the kills. He can't even find one, and he'll be taken down. In the side as well, it's going to be Kritu and ZFX going down. Only Switcher with the BESL from the B side will remain. And how quickly everything changed. We think not like this, they're losing their grip, but they quickly grab it back. And now we're going to see 2v3 situation.
This is starting to slowly spell disaster for AYN. If they absolutely must hold on to these weapons if they want to force the next following round. And they're actually going to go for this retake and see if they can get it. But Kalinka with that kill already, I mean, the Abyssal really, I mean, he's pushing his luck here. Finds the kill through the box.
Yeah, now I know where to shoot in Cash.
That was an interesting dink. Like, it didn't seem like it hit, but actually nailed the shot towards the head through the box. So a bit unfortunate news for Kalinka there. Still, though, as you can see, the money on the CT side now, because they didn't save those 2 weapons. Obviously, this force buy looks a lot weaker than it could have been.
Yes, it looks even kind of sad at this stage, because if they lose this one, they're giving away 2 rounds here. Not only that, they potentially give away the second op. To not like this as well. And now Tulip, is he pushing towards middle? He's not being too aggressive just yet, as he kind of knows that Prokas is here in the middle, and right as the smoke is going to fade, he's gonna find a kill against Prokas. So that is the AK found.
That did look a bit shaky for a second there. I was like, oh, this is happening. I was just already expecting a 90 degrees headshot coming out from him. Halflex has found Tulip, so that's one of the deagles out of the game. Still though, another 2 men towards B, and of course Kritu with that AVP, ever lasting presence there. Switcher though finding one, almost gets the second. Now the flashbang will mess up his aim there a bit. And now Finette does a suspected player towards the close wall there, and really not like this. I mean, guys, 3 versus 4 situation, you need to group up. Yeah,
at this stage I was as well like thinking, why Finette peeks alone when he could potentially get rushed here? If maybe Switcher, okay, he does have a flashbang. If he had a flashbang, then it would be an easily kill there for ZFX, who's waiting near that right wall.
Still though, Kritu finding his death in that situation does mean that these players finally will be able to group up. Still though, they're going to be heading towards an A site that 2 players already are on right now. So
As you see, oh, switcher instantly found there by Fnatt. There's going to be Half-Life going down, so now 2v2 situation still is here. As perfect timing for the flashbang from BESL coming through, but ZFX was not able to find the kill. Now, as you can see, the bomb is going to be planted 2v2. Both players coming in from different sides. As Fnatt finds the kill, Dreamus has all the information that he needs, and ZFX should not be able to clutch this one for his team. As it's going to be Fnatt now peeking in. There's ZFX finding, he's going to find the kill, and only Dreamus now with 13 HP in ZFX. What? Why do you have to just completely myth-bust whatever I say?
Why do you have to peak one by one in a 1 versus 2 situation?
Those are the questions.
Planned.
Those are the questions that we asked.
These are the
from
reasons.
Season 1, from Season 2, we don't have answers to them.
I'm not even ashamed. I'm in saying this, but it really genuinely disappoints me to see such actions being made currently in Season 2, Week 7.
Yes, exactly. That is quite the unusual and unexpected turn.
I mean, how many times do we have to repeat ourselves? I feel like they're not even listening to us.
Yeah. The players are not watching the stream probably.
Afterwards, you mean?
They're probably not.
Yeah, for the most part, probably. Which is a shame. They would hear a lot of insightful things.
Yeah, exactly. Because well, like having if you don't have a coach and if you can see your gameplay being all the time analyzed by someone, it's a big plus for you.
At least the caller should be watching these games. For sure.
Yeah, most definitely.
Oh, the flashbang now towards B lobby is going to mean that BESL will be able to find Fnatt and also gets the kill onto Dreamus. That is the bomb, of course, dropped as well in that situation. So information gained, Tulip able to find Kalinka now, only leaving Prokus and Halflex in this situation. Full flash coming out there and no kills. For the side of Not Like This, and
that was one more AYN's bad force-ups. That I lost it too.
This is quickly becoming a game where I apologize, but I'll probably have no comments because there's just too many comments.
Mistakes are being made. The fact that this game is now 6-4, it shouldn't be like that. Not Like This did have a grip of that game, and they gave it away with few very unorthodox pushes, but now let's see double up setup for the side of AYN. It's just working out as
take the shot!
Almost finds the player, but only Halflex remaining here in BESL. Just this guy, 3 kills, the last one with the P250 that was in his hands.
How many kills does he have already?
BESL at the moment has, only 10. Switcher and Kritu have 12 and 13.
And as you can see, Halflex, both also Kalinka, not really showing up here towards the levels that we were expecting, and definitely the side of Not Like This. They seem a bit sluggish, slowish on their approach. And I feel like a bit of a pace switch would definitely work in their benefit, as well as even if they don't get the round, it's going to serve as a bit of a confidence boost, because I mean, you really need to mix in a bit of aggression when you're starting to lose grip in this instance, and obviously your current approach is not working. After these few lost rounds, also Not Like This have failed to take a timeout.
As well.
But guys, please.
Yeah, just try. Just try. As here, Fnatt is gonna find one player towards the B side. And let's see, can BESL hold this one? As did he really get the flick, or was that damage already in Fnatt before?
Not entirely sure, but still in a position where you just lost your teammate, you definitely don't want to stay in the open with the AVP. You'll get like 1 kill max, like I don't know, double kill if they line up, but that's it still. So you're gonna go down and give up the site, and that's mean. Like, I mean, retaking B bomb site for most teams is going to be an extremely difficult task, like unless you have coordinated of how exactly the retake goes down. So now, Kritu with the smoke.
Well, they still want to try it. At least if they can.
They have the defuse kits on all the players, so it doesn't matter who player goes down in the process. Tulip and Kritu are going to be the ones to leave their life hanging, as ZFX will find Prokus here. It does take almost a few shots through the wall, but of course once again will be forced to fall back here, and Not Like This luckily will be able to put up a round for themselves, but they absolutely must secure the next follow-up round.
Yeah, exactly, because there will be a reset if they don't. And I really like the approach here from Not Like This. So basically smokes everywhere in the middle, taking the mid control and then quickly moving towards the B side. The fact that AYN, when those smokes got deployed and they left middle, they needed to have at least one player push either B or A. Just have that information someone's pushing, because here they were super late to the rotations, and as we saw, 2 players were all open in B site. They didn't have two good positions there. So I'm thinking AYN need to figure out, because they are looking here for a victory, in my opinion. And if they just clear out these few things, they need to have that information. Let's just see, will ZFX, or who is that there in the middle, what are they boosting up? Oh, Tulip. Let's just see if he can find the kill.
Oh, the smoke fading now leaves them in a dangerous position as he misses that shot. BESL will be able to find Kalinka towards vents here, but now he's stuck and distracted by those grenades. Does mean that Halflex is able to trade back, and Switcher already in sight will spot the first player as Tulip also gets a drop onto Dreamus, leaves only Prokas and Halflex alive in a 2 versus 3 situation. The bomb is out in the open. They still have smoke and utility available, so Prokas really needs to be the man leading this retake of a site, and is trying to flush out from the default position. Switcher, who is going to go down, forced out of position due to those flames, and now ZFX and Tulip.
These are 2 ops for the retake where there are AKs, but ZFX gets the bomb! Oh my goodness, how does that work out? They're not careful enough, and Prokas without grenade will be able to plant the bomb now, but as well, like having the 2 players against you, as already 1 player was pushing, he fakes the bomb plant, looking for the shot, he's already being pushed here, he does not know where Tulip is, and Tulip finds the kill. That was really good idea from Prokas, looking for that shot as he knows that both players are close.
Yeah.
But he didn't hear Tulip, and the fact that Tulip was already like peeking around the smoke, like even pushing into the site.
It should have been a giveaway, the fact that he's going to push as soon as you make that bomb plant fake, so I don't know.
Well, in these high pressure
perhaps
situations...
it's nerves.
Yes.
It's still not like this. Once again, are battling for to get into the 4th position in the standings and to secure that position in the finals, or at least be able to.
How did Dreamus did not get killed? As going to be now moving back inside Kritsu. Dreamus he's not spotted. Now as he moves in, he's going to find a kill against Kritsu. He had all the information that he needed, and the bomb can move through the smoke as ZFX not even taking the aggressive angle. I believe he could have spotted the bomb moving into the site because the smoke was put only in front of the entrance there. As now ZFX will find Halflex. It's going to be 3v4 situation here, and as you can see, the pistols in 1 and 4. How much can they do?
Kalinka really needs to go huge here, so this double peek that's going to come out from the wall is going to be crucial for them, as Switcher will instantly spot him, and of course that's information giving that there's another player in quad here, and Dream is found forced to wide peek, will find the kill onto Switcher, looking to get the second, will find another one!
Prokas with the CZ just was holding the bomb there and getting 2 kills as well from the car, my goodness! The rounds that should not be won are being won here.
And the rounds that need to be won are being lost.
Yes.
And once again, what am I watching?
No idea, but now we're going to be watching the last round of the first half. 8-6 is going to be the score, and a full by 4, not like this. And on the other side, we're going to see only M4 and the op come out on 2 players. As Tulip has already found Prokas towards middle, that is already a huge victory for them. As you can see, the CZ one more time, it's working. Why are the buys like this working?
Why like this, not like this,
Yes.
whatever like this. Halflex now behind the white box is going to bait out Tulip to peek, and actually he's going to go down to Fanet here. Switcher just below the vents, might find a kill for himself. Of course, that grenade and hearing the player in vents causes him to move around a bit, as now ZFX actually has lost his life towards A. And leaves Krito, last man standing there. Halflex with this. Hello. Why?
The timing.
Why in the name of the heavens? Why?
No, but this could be interesting, as Krito doesn't have any information. I believe he just heard a player in A main. And as you can see, Switcher is already going for the backstab. They're going to slowly try to move in. Let's see, can BESL find a kill? He's going to find the first one. And Switcher from the backline is going to try to move in. But Fanet, he hasn't found the player here just yet. And Krito is going to find it. 9-6. And a scoreline that we expect, but you're done, right?
I'm so done.
Yes.
Why? Like, look, you have one angle to look at. One angle.
Yep.
Okay, you just went through connector. You know nobody's going to be peeking. If somebody's going to be running from car, you'll hear it from behind. Just what in heaven's name prompted you to change the angle there? I don't know.
And let's see, it's going to be fast push towards middle from AYN. All the players are moving up. Fanet is looking for the shots as he can't find any just yet. And Natalie Skills is going to find one headshot as they're going to move into the side. Let's see, can Dreamus together with Halflex hold this one? As they are all in checkers. All the information is there. The CT is already rotating. We can see Dreamus has found one. Halflex now moving in. Fanet's going to find the kill. Halflex with one and only Switcher remaining here. Oh, it's the T side. This round looks completely...
One by one. Let's just go one by one. Yeah.
The 3 HP, and he's already being pushed, I believe, from the other side as well.
Well, definitely there's an angle onto him, and Haplex is going to be the final nail in the coffin for them. So not like this, able to secure the first round, and in theory, this should be an equalized scoreline in a few rounds.
Yeah, exactly. But
in theory.
That AYN, they were so passive with that push. They were like running through middle, running into vents.
It took way too long.
Yeah.
Like the battle with Connector happened way too long. If your intention is to take out Connector, you need to take out Connector where you're actually going before you're going to move on. If you want to go for a quick all middle through vents B, then do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so
I'm not quite sure if Fanette spotted the player towards the boost here. He's still waiting in his position. Did he tag Tulip? I believe he tagged Tulip.
Tulip tried to, I believe, sort of find the timing to go out there, but of course with those shots through that smoke and leaving on 13 HP. Also interestingly, seeing the Tech 9 in his hands, not a weapon that you see quite often these days anymore. Still, you can find a lucky shot with it. It's sort of a run and gun situation with that
weapon. It has
weapon.
more bullets than CZ as well, which sometimes is an issue for that weapon. But now really a standstill here between AYN and not like this, but it looks like they're gonna push towards that A site, and it's kind of a mistake. There is Procus, they're waiting, Kalinka as well. Not only him, Fanette can rotate pretty quickly from that highway position, as they do have flashes, but you can see already Fanette has found a kill towards middle, and now the push towards the site should start, as Kalinka has already found one. Fanette with the next one, as ZFX is going to go down, only Switcher with BESL remaining, and they're just looking for the shots. So BESL is going to go down, Switcher with the decal, it's kind of reload at the time when everyone is pushing him. That's going to be 9 to 8, and as you already said, it should be an equalized scoreline now. And then not like this can definitely go for a win here if they manage to. Because I think their T side, okay, they do have some flaws there, but on CT side, they should be more.
They should be pretty stable with their CT side. I mean, they definitely, I feel like, have a bit more experience in terms of dealing with these situations that you come across on CT, where it's just crucial that you use all of your experience to actually get the hold done. Now, Haplex here definitely toying with his life, being in the open there, but Dreamus now finding a few. Fanette comes in as well, gets a few kills there, and quickly cleaned up there. Tulip able to only find Fanette.
Yeah, as we can see, AYN decided not to go for the op, at least at first. And I do want to see if they're going to really go for an aggressive approach here.
I mean, they didn't have the money for the op.
They didn't have the money, but you know, you can like save the money, and that was their plan, not to go for it. So I'm thinking that...
Stop screaming at me!
I'm not screaming, just
okay, that's fine. This is fine. This is fine. I'm cool. This is cool. This is good CES. Fanette now with the push towards middle. That's gonna find a free kill and should be able to get away as long as there is cover provided. Now BESL looking to trade. Why is there no cover for your teammate?
No idea, but they're gonna push on forward. Now they're gonna trade back, as they know that there's at least one player towards middle here. But that's gonna be Kuritu finding Dreamus towards the B side, who was going for that aggressive push, something that we didn't see from AYN on CT side. But at this stage, they do come on top.
Yeah, definitely recognizes the opportunity there and will instantly smoke off CT, pushing forward, will secure the side for his team. This does mean that not like this are going to be in their first real retake situation here. Now after the side switch has happened, so with that flashbang towards the side, they still have a lot more utility available. And even Kalinka with the AVP shot. I mean, please use utility as the flashbang comes through. And now Procus will find one. Kritu is able to find Half-Lex. Procus with his second leaves only Switcher alive. Switcher takes his time with the shot. And now Kalinka missing those shots with the Tech 9. Ooh, that was a close.
Yeah. He had the op in his hands, and I was thinking what he's going to do. He's really going to just rush in with the op and look for the kill, and if he misses, what's going to happen? But no, Tech 9 kind of in a way saves him and gives not like this the 10th round.
And the beautiful spray pattern there, amazing. I believe he was showing us as well that that kill should have happened a lot sooner, but the randomness of Tech 9 displayed in a beautiful fashion. Of course, thank you, Volvo.
Yes, thank you very much to that company. And now let's see, as there is enough money for AYN to buy up in this round as well, but not too much utility, so that should kind of show us they're going to go for a fast round. This looks like it's going to be a mid approach, which I do really like, and Fanette is going to be the only one there, so not like this. Even though that they know how important middle is because they use it themselves, they're not putting too much attention to it. they're completely okay with staying in sites, which could be the key to victory.
I mean, a lot of the terrorist teams don't know what to do when middle is empty.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, so they're giving up middle. What do we do now?
Yep, exactly.
And yeah, you're going to. Well, it does give you the opportunity of trying to place your players in a position where, say, someone can actually try and get into connector if provided enough amount of pressure is being caused from a main towards the actual A site. But the position from not like this towards a main, as you can see, I believe that is Prokas there, is allows them to gather this information, and Halflex ready for that flash any time now. As the flash comes through, a lot of movement happening. Dream must not be able to fall back here. Will be able to do so eventually now. Halflex with that flames is going to delay this push for a few seconds and actually gets damage down onto ZFX. Now the grenade finds even actually not so much damage as I was expecting, but anyway, Tulip able to take down Halflex there. Dreamus instantly trading back as Fanet finds a kill as well, but goes down in the process. Leaves Prokas and Kalinka in a 1 versus 2 as Switcher, last man standing, will find a kill towards the vents, but 15 seconds on the clock does mean that he does not have any time to walk away. Kalinka, hello?
I'm not quite sure what his plan is. Maybe he's just switching his
he's
position.
gonna go for vents. He's gonna go for vents. Okay,
Yeah,
so I was just a bit confused there. So he's just gonna wait for the bomb tap to go through in order to find the perfect timing to push there. Now picking up the M4, has a bit of bullets, and instantly.
Yeah, the fact that he decided not to go for like really slow approach, trying to move through, like finding the player where he's gonna move, he instantly jumps out and spots the player right as he finished the bomb plant. And this is what we were talking about. First of all, teammates coming out, and even though Kalinka has only 9 kills, he comes in when it's an importance. And finally, tactical timeout coming out from AYN as they realize it, that they're losing. Already have lost 5 rounds in a row.
Tactical timeout.
We don't see it too often.
We don't see it too often happening here.
I'm just amazed how well you can imitate voices.
I'm not. I'm just being myself.
Yeah.
This is fine.
You're
fine.
Have you ever in your life really done the thing that you did?
What?
I'm saying tactical timeout.
Actually, probably every other day. Not in the sense of saying tactical timeout, but that voice is used quite often, so. Anyway,
Okay.
back to the game. Pause is over. Hopefully AYN had a good chat, and I would like to see a bit more aggression coming out from them here. So far, quite a passive approach, and that always leaves opportunities for not like this players to find entries. Smoke towards B. And Abyssal trying to find these kills towards the vents as already.
What? Oh, they were boosted
up through the window,
and
yeah.
It finds him. As now we can see, Dream is going to wait as Fanet has found one more player as he pushes out from the vent position. You can see the fake, it's working out. But can Kalinka deal with this one as he has the op in his hands? The flash are going to come through. Tulip has found one more kill towards the B side, and Kalinka misses his opportunity to find a kill. But now let's see, 2v, okay, not even 2v. It's going to be 4 players left live for the side of AYN, 10 to 11. As we're going to see, even potentially an overtime at this stage, because the game has been so close. The first half ended 9 to 6.
How was whoever was that inside who took down Kalinka in that situation? How were they not flashed? Like Kalinka deployed 2 flashbangs before they actually went to.
Maybe the flashbang went behind the player's back because Kalinka was throwing it pretty hard.
Yeah.
At that stage, that could have been the case. And let's see ZFX. Pretty great angle there if someone decides to peek in, but we can see it's gonna be not like this, just pushing. Now this squeaky position, as you can see, Tulip is looking for the frags as he knows at least where both 2 players are here on the map.
Oh, and he needs to reload soon, so this prompts another peek from Fanet. And of course, we'll be able to take down Tulip in that situation. Actually, Krito had left a bit more damage, and it's all falling apart for AYN once again.
Yes,
What
completely.
is a man supposed to judge about these teams? Tell me. What sort of conclusions should I make? Because I don't even know myself anymore.
Well, the conclusion here is that they don't see the bigger picture, in a way.
Yep.
If you catch my drift there.
Yeah, it's just...
Just feels like really like they win like 2-3 rounds, and then they're like, okay, we're now good, and they do the thing that they're not supposed to do because they're feeling confident, and they don't realize the fact that the other team is still looking for that win. They're looking for every single opening there.
The problem in this round for AYN was like they knew not like this were going to be on pistols. You know that they're going to most likely push somewhere. So why just not wait for it and take the like distance engagement? Why not with your rifles? Why do you have to go up close? It just fell apart so quickly for them. And now if AYN lose this one, not like this might actually run away with a victory. The only real point after if AYN lose this round is going to be only around like the 14th.
Yeah.
Excuse me, 15th.
Exactly. So I'm really curious to see how this one's going to work out. Does Tulip does not find Halflex. Halflex there leaving himself with only 19 HP. That was pretty weird situation. He was ready for that push.
Yeah, so way too close for comfort.
Yeah.
It kind of worked out in a weird way. It seemed that they were both missing sprays from point blank distance. Any second now is Kalinka here. Might just find another kill towards AYN, as he does have a great angle here. And as long as this first player does not decide to jump over, Kalinka should be able to get that kill. Oh, and he misses that. The shoulder peek baits out as ZFX is able to get out, get an upper hand angle in that situation. Fnatt now coming in with the kill does mean that Prokas is able to move around the side a bit, but Switcher Highway
He finds 2 kills instantly. Great crosshair placement from him, as only Dreamers with Halflex will remain. And it looks like AYN are back in this one.
Shocker.
Yeah, we were not expecting this game to be back and forth at all. As Dream is going to find Switcher, and okay, quite potentially, this could be a retake, that could be a success.
Still doable for them. I mean, they don't have grenades, but Abyssal with a quick flick onto Dreamers will leave only Halflex. Halflex does have the defuse kit available and has dealt a good amount of damage onto Abyssal here. Still Krito alive with 100 HP. Should come out victorious here, and as I say that, he will find the kill inevitably. He is going to be able to save the AVP as well, but at what cost? 4 players on the side of AYN went down, and currently a forced buy coming out from Not Like This is fully justified. They also should know that AYN are going to be on low HP. This is the moment where you throw in an aggressive round coming out from the CT side, as in try to take establish early main control or something along those lines to really throw off your opponent, not allowing them to walk to get any early advantages. Fnatt now with that quick positioning, of course, is not going to let anyone out through middle. And as I said that, he will already find Tulip here with a quick Molotov over the boost. Will secure the fact that nobody else is going to be boosting up to follow up on that kill.
With Kalinka with a quick MP9 kill towards ZFX. Just like this, it's gonna be quite potentially Not Like This taking the round. Only 2 players remain for the side of AYN. As we can see very quickly, Prokas, Fnatt, and Kalinka found those kills. And one more time, V is facepalming about what's happening on the screen. But let's see, as Abyssal supposed to play towards heaven, and now supposed to play towards lower bottom. What a headshot towards Fnatt! It's gonna be 2v3 situation here. Can AYN really do this one? As one more kill there coming in for Kritu. Only Prokas with Dreamers with Halflex remaining here. They're gonna push into the side, and the CZ is not gonna work out. Only Halflex remaining, but Kritu is low, and he needs to find Abyssal, who is almost on 100 HP. And none of them have the utility. Halflex doesn't even have the defuse kit, so he needs to be fast about this retake as he's going to push in. And I believe he just spotted Abyssal, or at least Abyssal spotted him. The grenade is going to come through, leaving Abyssal with 69, and still Abyssal with 3 HP is going to win in that duel. And what do you have to say about that one, eh?
Literally nothing.
Yeah.
Just a very long sig.
Yes, that was just back and forth. Quite crazy situation there.
Well, Not Like This have now been fully reset, meaning that they're going to have 2 economical rounds here, so only on the scoreline of 14 to 12, most likely.
Yep.
If, of course, everything goes as planned, which it usually doesn't. I just even don't know what to think.
I feel it. I think I feel it. Do you know what I'm feeling here?
I feel the cringe.
I feel the overtime.
Yep. Well, this is definitely a potential overtime game. So Krito will spot 2 players pushing here, and with another few running through, will be able to find the kill onto Prokas as a teammate rushes towards the help that is going to be in the form of Switcher, just making sure he's not going to be pushed down. Kalinka here will not find the first shot as ZFX jumping Mac 10, a headshot kill. Why not? Halflex and Dreamers, only 2 men standing here, are going to be looking to find any sort of exits. Nope. But as I say that, Krito will find already. Dreamers leaves only Halflex alive.
As he's looking for the headshot, he's giving only his head, but he's being rushed on ZFX. That's the second kill with the Mac 10. We can see the money for the side of AYN is pretty good, especially after this round.
Well,
so even if it's scoreline is going to be 14-12 and Not Like This takes the round is going to be 14-13, they still AYN have the fire round, and even when they win the round, they go for the tactical timeout just to make sure that this one works out.
Well, Not Like This with this force, like they don't have any defuse kits, they don't have any flashbangs, they have 5 smokes though.
Yep.
So you can definitely try and use these smokes to gain more ground. Once again, like if you don't have that many utility and you have only a single flashbang, please just use it to gain some grounds and control one or the other part of the map.
Exactly. Let's just see if that's going to be the case. As I said, not too much utility, but there are 5 smokes, so at least they can hold off the first aggression from AYN.
Yeah, I'd like to see that B bomb side boost coming out once again just towards the sunroom. I feel like that's still a viable option for them. Just need to make sure that they shoot out the window beforehand, because with the M4 tapping through that window, like it can actually sometimes mess you up a bit. So.
Yep. Exactly.
Dreamus will be forced out of position here.
I like this.
Yeah, thank you. This is what I want to see. An adjustment, some sort of an adjustment towards the hold.
Yes, exactly. But more so, we can see now 2 players focused around middle as AYN are waiting for that aggressive push to come through, as they were, I believe, expecting, as well as we were, there's going to be an eco round for not like this. But I do have those M4s, and I'm not quite sure if they're already given away, the fact that they have them. And I'm really curious to see. I don't want to even switch away from Procas here, as the push is going to come towards the A side. This should be a great one, as instantly Switcher is going to take him down. He quickly realized that in these crucial rounds, someone could be there. And AYN, what an entry towards the side. 2 players are low, but they're playing only against 3 CT players. And you can see, not like this, they're just going to save this one. Oh my goodness.
Try and save it. And at this stage, the players really on the side of AYN having only 1 round behind you, or 2 if I believe 2, yeah, back-to-back rounds. So in theory they can allow themselves to push here, and I mean BESL is definitely going for it. Feels that he needs to get these rifles, and rightly so. And Dreamus now here being on half HP might go down as the strafe comes through, and BESL will get the first kill for him. That is 1 Fem4 out of the game. Fonet with the kill now will give away his position, stuck behind the car there in CT spawn, and already Switcher is on the way to eliminate him, but unfortunately not enough time. So 14-12 in favor of AYN here currently, as not like this. They're gonna go for a force, but this is all or nothing right now. If not like this, lose this one, then they lose the game.
Yes. And they even, I believe, lose the chances of getting into that top 4.
Yeah, they need both victories here in order to get into top 4. So if they lose this one, like unless once again some sort of unexpected scenario happens in the standings, such as a no-show or something else, then they're not probably gonna look into getting into the top 4.
Yeah, that is true. As here, I really like their now positioning from not like this. Even though Halflex did give away his position that he was in middle, you can see already it is Tulip checking that position and waiting as he's going to peek out. And Halflex, weirdly enough, is going to win.
On top?
Oh, yeah, the flashbang didn't even hit Tulip, so he had all of the vision there to get those kills. We can see still AYNs are... I feel like them sticking around the middle for this long will definitely be like a nail in the coffin, or at least not a nail in the coffin, but a mistake even. As here Switcher is going to push on forward. Will he spot the play? He spots the legs as Switcher is going to take down Halflex, and he has no idea about the other player there, which is Dreamus. As Dreamus is going to take down 1, and he's not... Oh, he's waiting for someone to push through here. As we can see, Krito is still waiting for the players to come, and the rotation towards the sides has already come through. And here it has to be Dreamus going away, and BESL is going to burn him down. 1 more player waiting in vents, and they should have the information since Proc has killed off ZFX.
Yeah, Krito is already expecting 4 events to come through here. There's actually a second player as well as a player in sight. So both Krito and BESL are walking into a trap here, and they don't have much time to make any adjustments here, as Fonet will find his first, and Krito now stuck in a 1 versus 3, will not be able to find any kills, and that is going to be not like this. Securing the round first for them, and once again securing still an option to run away with the victory here. But they're going to need more than back-to-back rounds. Even like winning this round still will mean that AYN will be able to put up like a relatively decent semi-buy, and I feel like AYN at this stage it's fully justified to try and go for those forces and really get that victory in your hands essentially.
As you can see, it's going to be technical pause as Kalinka has left the server. Hopefully he's going to be back soon, as at the moment it feels so much like the overtime.
Well, I mean, it's 1 round one way, 1 round back. It's really hard to say right now for the most part. I must say that I'm pleasantly surprised once again by the performance of AYN. I am slightly disappointed in the performance of not like this, because essentially they show a really good approach in one round and then the completely opposite approach in the next following round. So I just honestly don't know what to think. Are they calling only every second round?
That's what I think.
Is that a thing?
Let's do this. Let's do this round, and the next round we're just like play.
Well, just play it out.
Yeah, just try to shoot someone. Okay. That is it. So now we can see one more time. AYN, they're gonna put 2 players towards B, 2 towards AYN, 1 in middle. And they're really expecting the aggression from Not Like This to come in at this stage as well. Like Not Like This should be at least trying to get some information, be a bit aggressive. Try to be really careful. Always have that player to frag back, like have that trade possibility. And AYN are doing just that. They're all the time moving 2 players. You can see towards A, towards B, 1 player waiting in middle, but as well he's gonna try to group it up with his team. And having Wall as assistants here as well. And Rimas was he spotted, but no, he's gonna be.
Oh, he still comes out on top.
Yes, but Tulip through the smoke, I believe, finds the kill. Yes, exactly, through the smoke finds Rimas. So at least a trade was there. At least as now it's gonna be more so looking like the A side push, where it's gonna be Kalinka together with Prokas waiting, but this could as well be a fake.
No, it's going to be a full commitment coming out from them. BESL once again checking for that spot. Does mean that Kalinka gets a free kill in that situation, and the push has been stopped. Dead in the tracks for a few seconds. There's more utility being used. They're suspecting of him being in the quad position, and ZFX and Switcher on such low HP. Kalinka with the spray down will get 2, and it will almost get the 3rd as Prokas steals it quickly away. And Not Like This bringing it back 14-14 here. Aimed on pistols.
Yes.
If Not Like This lose this round, I will genuinely lose my mind.
Yeah, it should not happen, but let's see. Maybe AYN have some kind of weird approach figured out, as this looks like just straight up B rush, and we know how well these can potentially work out. As there's going to be Dreamers with Half-Life one more time ready. They're going to use the grenades to deal some damage. Some damage was dealt, and with the spray down, nothing will be done, as now slowly but surely AYN are going to try to push on forward. And the fact that Not Like This don't see anyone in the A main, and Rush has come through, they should rotate quickly. And now Half-Life's looking for a spray down, he can't do it. Dreamers will go down as well. And the worst can come to truth, as only 2 players will remain against 5. V has lost his mind completely. His eyes are turning red, there's smoke coming out of his ears. Everything is falling apart. His hair is also falling out.
I'm not even gonna watch this.
Nope, you don't need to watch this. I'm gonna continue on saying what's happening here, as we just gonna go and sit in there. Giving out that bad energy, and AYN there on the 15th point. Not Like This 14th, Not Like This. They don't have the best buy, as we can see. One player has CZ. Dreamers has to go either for Deagle, or they're in this situation full armor in the P250. Tactical timeout coming out from AYN, but they also give the opportunity for Not Like This to talk things through. And since Not Like This are not taking tactical timeouts, I thought that AYN should have just let this one slide.
Interesting word, should. Should. This means so many things.
Yeah.
Should have won. Should be stable, should not be pushing, should be pushing, should be able
winning.
to hold, not being able to hold. Interesting.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely
well, I have said a few times that CSGO works out in weird ways. Unfortunately, this is not the case. This is just lack of team play.
Yeah, in a way, because Not Like This, they're around jumping inside 1 by 1. The Latvian tradition staying strong here in the Baltics region.
So you're saying it's spreading throughout the region?
Yes, it's spreading weirdly.
Great.
To every single region here. So now let's see, it's going to be 4 players towards the A site. Tulip really needs to fake this one. He needs to have all the information, he needs to get probably at least 1 kill at this stage. As we can see, the players are going to move in. So he's just going to go for the backstab. Kalinka's going to find one with MP9, but he can't find the other one. There's still inside Prokas, is going to look for the spray down. He's going to find one, he's looking for the second. He's going to 3v3 situation here. And in middle, Panet's going to find a free kill against Tulip. Only Switcher with BESL remaining 2 against 3. These players have been performing, and I'm really curious to see if they can do this one now. As BESL was already, I believe, peeking towards the highway. He hasn't spotted anyone just yet, but with this flash, he could potentially go and do that. As Switcher will be spotted, he will be taken down. And this just looks like an overtime over here. Only if BESL doesn't go huge in this scenario, as he spotted the player. He's looking for a kill. He's going to find 154 HP. He's being rushed, and Half-Life is going to find a kill. They don't have the defuse kit, but there is still more than enough time, and this is going to be the overtime. Why is it overtime? It shouldn't have been the overtime. I need more water, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aye.
This is what we get.
This is what we get.
Yes, for trying to be the smart asses, saying that it's going to be 16-10, 16-12. No, it's 15-15. Let's go. Overtime number 1. The first team to reach 19 rounds is going to win this one. But I have a feeling even the next...
Points-wise, not like this now. They already have lost a single point just because it is overtime. So this might still bite them extremely in the back if they don't... even if they secure the victory here, it might just not be enough for them. As now AYN looking to really push more like what it seems to be a B bomb side push, and now Dreamus with this op is gonna spot the players through that small
position,
gap.
but now he's gonna be left in this position, and Terrace should know that. Should know it, as there's gonna be one more player. Fonet gonna be going. Dreamus, he gets him, almost gets the other guy as well, as he's now gonna be trying to peek in. The grade's gonna come through. Halflex still finds the kill, and you can see AYN stop dead in their tracks. Only Switcher remaining here. But it doesn't look like he's going to find any luck as Fonet, Halflex, and Dreamus. What a hold, especially by Dreamus there. Seeing one player there on the edge.
Why we don't see this regulation? Like, why?
I don't know. Because they have money in overtime. In regulation, they don't have the money. Yes, that is somewhat true. And now let's see. This one's gonna come through. There is a bit of tension here towards middle, especially now with Fonet here. So she's gonna spot the player, gonna find the kill, and will he manage to get away? He will. No flash or anything. They're gonna move into the middle. So you can see the Molotovs are gonna come through. Halflex still finds a player towards Boost, I believe. Here we can see 2 players in the middle. Fonet with the spray down is not gonna find a kill, but he knows that there is still one more player waiting in that corner. But having 2 players here, the re-smoke coming through as well. AYNs, they're losing the grip completely here. They're getting tagged early on, they're getting pushed early on. They don't have any kind of freedom moving around the map, and Fonet still finds through the smoke. The player, BESL, did not get away. He still wanted to play through this position, and now Switcher with the op has to be really careful. As I like the fact that he scoped before he got up there. I believe he scoped even when he was like in T-spawn, but he still misses the shots. Tulip does find a player towards middle, but instantly Fonet gets the kill back. 4v1, Switcher, show us what you got or go home.
Yeah, well, go home. Dreamus will find the kill there, and that is going to be the 17th round for Not Like This, and they only need one more for a clean CT side, only to even amp up the pressure even more on top of AYN. And once again, now that when they're in this high pressure situation, suddenly they work amazingly as a unit.
Yes, exactly. They definitely have showed up here, and I really want to see if this B hold will work out one more time, as AYN are going to push on forward. Dreamus, but so many of them, as the Molotov's going to come through. They're going to not run into the Molotov as he gets distinguished, and Halflex is going to go down. Dreamus looking for the shot, but he can't find anyone just yet, as Fonet's going to find a kill. Easy kill there for Dreamus, as now with the P250 he's going to find a kill back. 2 players only remaining here, and Dreamus still going huge. ZFX now against Procas. 1-1 situation, ZFX with 35 HP, he does have the bomb, and still 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, so Procas now moves out towards the Heaven's right-hand side corner there, and I believe he's... Why are you looking towards the site? There's no way he's in sight. You know that.
Yeah, but since ZFX is using this long of a time to actually rotate somewhere and go somewhere, Procas needs to... He is having doubts in his head that he's in the wrong position. As he's waiting. Okay, he's gonna be super passive about this approach, and if he's gonna go into the side, ZFX has the perfect angle there.
If it would have been A, the bomb hand would have already happened at this stage. So not like this. I hope that
he's gonna push out. He could potentially get the timing right, and Procas is gonna leave one more time to B site. He's gonna peek back again, and this could be ZFX's dead here. What? No way that is happening. As he's just gonna check behind him, waiting if someone's gonna go through here, as he can now potentially just start running towards that A site. And he's gonna do so. Perfect, as Procas is gonna definitely stay here. No. Oh no.
Well, I mean, no, he's gonna stay, because you really need to get a confirmation at this stage where you're going and then work off of a retake. Otherwise, it's just gonna be super awkward for you. If you run away too far, and if you're in the middle of it, as the bomb goes down, you still need to go back and check if it's B or A, and that's like an extra second that can cost you very dearly. And this position in A main, I actually quite like it, because it's a bit of an off angle. And for ZFX, the only danger now is posed from the actual site, and he has a clear view for the bomb. The player is not going to be expecting it, and now ZFX... What do you mean?
Was it really the drop down that messed up his aim, or was he just shooting at the wrong position? Okay, 18-5. Not like this, still need only one more round.
18-15.
Whatever, doesn't really matter. Well, let's just see. Not like this should have this one in overtime number 1. I don't think he's gonna get to the overtime number 2. Although I think I just jinxed it.
You just jinxed it. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Well, I do have some free time tonight, so I was really thinking how I want to spend it, and I really do want to just watch some CS. Not play CS or anything, or not go outside. Just want to watch CS and talk about it.
Nice.
Yes.
Me too. Well, boosted up here in middle already, 2 people, and of course that smoke towards connector will prevent any sort of vision there. Now with the flashbang, Krutu will be forced to fall back here, is able to escape successfully as Dream is looking for the peek towards short. The flash comes through, will not find a kill, but does spot out the player. Now Tulip in connector here with that flashbang will be forced to move back a bit as Abyssal finds his first towards B. Tulip gets the follow-up kill in middle onto Dreamus here. And now with the smoke towards CT, it actually sort of fails a bit as Switcher gets another 2 kills, only to burn down into flames, leaves only Proka standing here. And the very first round, for Not Like This, goes into the abyss of Abyssal.
Yes, not like this.
Not like this.
Not like this.
Oh, Proka's finding the second though. Oh, he's first, excuse me. But still, a kill picked up. Obviously, gets a confirmation that there's a player in CT still peeking towards him. Is expecting for some sort of vents push to happen, but I mean, realistically right now, please, AYN, don't push. Just watch your corners. He has to make the move. He leaves Abyssal down onto 15 HP here, so he's actually going to be forcing Abyssal to smoke himself off. Still expecting for some sort of refrag to come into play here. Krito smartly, not going for that peek just yet.
Prokas has only 6 bullets in his clip. He needs to reload this one quickly. Because if he's going to even get 1 kill, or even if he's going to go for the bomb plant, instantly the site will be swarmed. And if he wants to have any kind of chances, he's not going to be with 6 bullets.
Yeah, so it's a bit of an interesting situation here is now Abyssal making his way towards the headshot position. Of course, hearing the bomb go down, that is going to be the round secured for AYN. 16-18. Still, Not Like This, of course, having the 16k initial advantage will be able to buy up, and they go for a double up.
This was almost identical round that we had in regulation from Not Like This. They took middle, pretty slow. They moved into the checkers as well, and they were not being too proactive there. Lost their lives, and it was easy for AYN to just clean up everyone else who were left alive. And at this stage, I really think that Not Like This, when they were on edge, they just went for a fast round, and those rounds worked out. They should have the belief in themselves. They can run into sites or just run and gun. With Kalink on your lineup as well, and at the moment we can see Dream is performing. Fanet with 29 kills. He was quiet as well, but now he's top fragger for his team. It's great news, almost 30 kills. As now one more time, it looks like he's going to be slowly trying to take control of the A side, but you can see ZFX there, Kritsu waiting as well. It's going to be a pretty tough one, because Tulip can rotate as well pretty easily. He has the M4 in his hands. Now they're slowly moving forward, and ZFX finds Dreamers, and I believe Dreamers... who was the other player? I believe Fanet was trying to bait out for Dreamers or the other way around. It just didn't work out. It's going to be now only 1 player in A main. With the bomb cast, Kalinka has found a player towards B, and 1 more player found towards B. Kalinka with half-life clean out the side. You can see the rotations already started. The bomb is still dropped down, and here in towards connector was half-life's position known. Yes, it is known as the flash is going to come through. He's going to look for the kill, and he's still going to find Kritsu. Only Abyssal with Tulip remaining, and this could be the last round.
Yeah, but it looks to be a round that might be heading towards Not Like This's way. Abyssal has a huge task in front of him. Needs to clutch this 1 versus 3, and he's not going to spot anyone out just yet. Has the AVP in hand, so has the potential of an instant kill, but is going to be facing 2 AVPs of his own, and it's going to be Not Like This securing it with 19-16.
Yes, which was not something we were expecting, and I had so much hope. When AYN got that 15th round, I was like, yes, my prediction is going to come through, and I'm even going to predict the score. But no, you take it. I understand that you don't have too much to say, but what things that I want to say is that Not Like This, they have few rounds that are just amazing. Like, their aggression is really hard to stop. When they just run inside, it works out, and then they just try to play a CSGO that is not theirs. Like, they're trying to play a different team's playbook. They're using not the right strats.
Yeah, it does seem a bit from the side that any sort of follow-up round they might have is like they're instantly trying to not necessarily switch it up a bit, but they sort of relax instantly as soon as they gain a round rather than trying to get momentum. So that might be one of the reasons why such things are happening. Otherwise, really, I can't find any sort of real normal explanation as to why we're seeing this, what we are seeing. So I mean, okay, so not like this, they're able to secure the victory here. Still, they get only 2 points, not 3, because it's overtime. So potentially that might bite them in the back. But I can already say with this sort of approach, like, they don't stand even a chance in the top 4. They're going to remain in the 4th position if they don't start following up on their successes the same how they gained their advantages points wise. Then they will not last. Any other team in that top 4 will just completely abuse the fact that you're going to be continuously economically reset. There's going to be barely any buys for you, and it's going to be one of those games where you're going to have like 8 pistol rounds.
Yep.
So exactly. Yeah, not like, I mean, in general, it's just a very, very messy game. Both sides have a lot of positive traits and tendencies, but the lack of being able to recognize them and then to follow up on those tendencies is the reason why these games turn out to be so close and essentially like round 1, round lost situation for the better part of the game. So I suppose well played, not like this, but in reality I feel like both teams are a bit losers here.
In a way, exactly, because something like this one won't be, quite potentially won't be able to get in the top 4, and AYN as well, not grabbing too many points from this one, only 1. But for now, we're gonna head like in 1 or 2 minute break because we already have next game on our way. So be sure not to miss it. Type in the chat #Vault, BESL YouTube channel to win in the giveaway. We're gonna be back in a minute.
Go big, go boom, with guns of boom. Like the sound of big booming 4v4 friend fragging action? We'll fix you up. Go big, go boom, with guns of boom.
Lešik, butik, jau viss ir redzēts. Killer, tas viss ir redzēts. Skandāls, secret, viss ir redzēts. Creepy, crazy, jā, viss ir redzēts.
Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Un tagad pārsteidz mani.
Lūdzu, jaunā Helio interaktīvā televīzija nomaina Lattelecom ITV. Televizors, tālrunis un planšete darbojas kā viens vesels. Tagad pārvaldi un aizraujies pilnīgi jaunā līmenī. Izklaide progresē. Helio.
wasting time on my own. All the places that we go, all this pain builds within. Footsteps fade, what could have been? Finally I feel more free. The end of you and me, let it go, let it be. My heart belongs to me. My heart belongs to me. You're never gonna let me go, and I will never let you go. And now I'm feeling stronger, feeling stronger. You're never gonna let me go, and I will never let you go. And now I'm feeling stronger, feeling stronger. Feeling stronger, feeling stronger. You're never gonna let me go, and I will never let you go. And now I'm feeling stronger, feeling stronger. You're never gonna let me go, and I will never let you go. And now I'm feeling stronger, feeling stronger. Feeling stronger, feeling stronger.
Hello and welcome back to Baltic Esports League Season 2, Week 7, Day 2. As we're going to head into the second match of the day, Team Red Eye against Žalgiris. We're going to quickly jump into the knife round instantly as Reggie just connected. I believe they might get major penalty point Žalgiris for this one because it is 19 minutes. So he connected at 18.
Oh, I actually didn't notice it. So, yeah. I mean, we'll see what Gekons decides on that one. Don't really have any sort of confirmation just yet.
What is this knife round?
Yeah.
I haven't seen this thing happen too much.
There's a player AFK. Yep, there's a player AFK, so they try to block and distract him as much as they can, as Žalgiris are going to be running away with the victory here in the knife round.
Momzo, just get yourself killed. Like, seriously.
Are you telling the guy to kill himself?
At this stage, like, why would you run? Like, you have zero potential to get this one.
Stop flaming.
Really, the Mr. Flame Master now is telling me to stop flaming. I do it one time.
Flaming.
No. Okay, Žalgiris, they win the knife round, as we can see, so they're going to probably start on the CT side. Then switch it up quickly.
And a quick reminder for our predictions. So I have put down that it is going to be 16-6 in favor of Žalgiris here. I feel like it should be a very confident victory for them, especially considering that now they have won the knife round as well. Predictions were made before the knife round.
Yes, exactly. We did tap them down. My prediction is 16-8 as well in favor of Žalgiris. I really do think now at this stage they don't want to lose against Team Red Eye. Went for Team Red Eye, also important match, so I put down 16-8 as I thought it should be a relatively bit closer.
I mean, they found good success yesterday, but I feel like it might have been off the back that everyone really switched it up and was able to be on point for the better half of the game. And I don't think it's going to be the same scenario where everyone shows up on the same level or to the same extent as it was yesterday. So now Sterzig with the peak will spot a few players here in middle. Is not going to go for that re-peek as Sentron's actually running away into the apartments here. He's going to find his first, and now is just going to be looking to survive as they're going to be heading towards A long, and Sterzig finds another one through the smoke. They're wrapping around the side, but Sterzig already a step ahead of them. They're actually not going to suspect this since Martpois will find the kill due to that flashbang. Sterzig was unaware that there's already a player inside. Sentron's here now, just needs to stay alive and wait for his teammates in order for them to coordinate this retake. But the position, is that Brax? That's Funk actually here, so this can actually come out huge as he finds the kill onto the Lection here. Now instantly a 2 versus 3 with the switch out of weaponry is going to mean that Brax is also able to find this kill. Sentron's now left here in a 1 versus 3, gets one and still has an option of getting another kill here. Needs to find a second player, and Martpois of course coming out on top in that situation. So very quick and actually must say quite a convincing round coming out from Red Eye. Despite losing those players early on, they just kept on pushing, and with that single flashbang towards the side, that was essentially what secured them the victory. So if Sterzig would have found a single kill in that situation, in that site, not because he already found one towards middle, that would have been that could have been around for Žalgiris, because as well they quickly rotated from B as well. Yeah. So 3 players came into the middle when the site was taken by Team Red Eye, and I'm really surprised by this shot from Centrons. It's going to take down Braxton here. Comiano is just waiting for the push to happen in the apartments as Sterzig is slowly trying to peek in, and if he just oversteps his line just a bit, it's going to be Comiano. No need for it. There's really no need for it. You already found the entry. Yeah. They really want to push their luck, and Sterzig now, oh my god, he comes out on top as Comiano now will go down, and Sterzig gets the second kill as well there. So this is very quickly falling apart for Team Red Eye, and it's extremely loud alarm bells for them this early on to get instantly shut down. It's not going to be great on their mental game, as now Flunk and Martpois grouped up, looking to see if they can find any further success in this round. This can easily work out because Sterzig is low on the A side. He has only McTennis's hands, so 3 HP on him. And if they manage to find Centrons quickly, the rotation from those 2 players won't be as impactful as we could think, as they're going to even go towards the B site. Well, they're just going to clear out any sort of close quarters here, and then probably going to see which direction might be more favorable. But to do these B play, the Election actually does suspect it, as Charov now jumping around is in the potential of losing his life. I'm not really a fan of his position right now. If the Election is watching this, is not going to be able to trade instantly. That means Funk and Martpois find these kills. and it was all for nothing with those Deagle kills, as it is going to be a 2 versus 2 situation. Flunk now even waits for the quick rotation, leaving only Sterzig alive, who's found 2 kills, so has 3 HP and has the Galil in hand, so really is going to be saving these weapons, as he can share definitely at least either one of them with his team.
Yep, exactly. It's going to be 2-0, and Jalger's going to be on full eco. Centrons is saving for that up early on. Props for that. I really think here it's definitely needed. But for Team Red Eye as well, we saw yesterday how well and calm and collected they were playing, and today, even although they're losing lives at the beginning of the rounds, they really do pull themselves together at the end there, and even with 2 players, they can do everything.
Yeah, so it looks like that Red Eye needs a bit of a sharp reminder for them to really compose themselves, and only afterwards they're able to have that approach that is required to secure these rounds.
Exactly, as it's going to be Sterzig dropping the Deagle to his teammate Centrons. The other players, or maybe he dropped it for Reggie, as we can see at the moment. I believe, yeah, he dropped it for Reggie, and Centrons did buy up. So it means that he might not be able to buy up.
Well, he just purchased the Deagle?
I think he purchased
that's
the
a
Deagle.
weird choice. So, like, okay, well, probably they're not going to go for the AVP then. They don't feel that there's a necessity for it. Centrons here did not find the first kill with a Deagle shot. And, of course, this is a 4-man stack coming out from Jalgers here towards A. Only Tarov on B with that USP in hand, so he's probably just going to try and work, act as a distraction as much as possible. And Sterzig here has the potential of going huge with the full flash.
He can't do anything, but here boosted up Delection is going to find only one. Centrons can't find any luck through the smoke over here. Now already from the apartments, Bailey is pushing and he misses. The last shot he did hit, I believe, 2 shots there.
Yeah, you really hope that you have armor in that situation. He would have landed the 3rd shot. Oh, the insta 1-tap onto Kamiyano. Of course, he was on low HP. That's why it was possible. Still, Mark Poist on low, and Momzel as well. I mean, in theory, this is doable. As unfortunately for Tarov, it was Flunk, the full HP man, that went for the peak in that situation. So 3-0 in favor of Team Red Eye, despite of Jalgris starting on the CT half. So a nice follow-up, but I must say that so far these rounds definitely have not come easy for Red Eye.
Yeah, that is true. As at the moment we can see what's going to be the approach for Jalgers. So they put 3 players towards the B side. I really like this one. The flash will hit instantly. The banana is already, there's a player pushing forward, but Centrons doesn't find any luck just yet. But this Molotov will force out the player, and he can get the kill here, and he will get Mark Poist. That's already 1 player down for Team Red Eye. They really are losing players early on. Even if they do pull themselves together after all that, when they're losing players left and right, it still feels like they need to figure out a bit better approach.
Yeah, so initially Team Red Eye seems to need to have a bit more mind awareness as to what is happening. Reggie now hearing this push towards short, of course, is going to quickly check apartments, not going to see anything now with the Molotov towards pit. He's not going to find anything just yet, and they have a pretty decent crossfire set up here. I would say that Reggie does not necessarily need to overextend his welcome on that balcony and should not be wide peeking right now. They should just wait for, like, create this sort of a scissor situation with together with Sterzig, who's in the actual site, and Reggie has found Kamiyano. I believe that was towards the apartments there as now. Still 2 people in the middle here will be smoked off as Centrons finds Momzel, who was trying to get into Archway here. So this first buy round is definitely so far heading out towards the side of Jalgers here.
Yeah, their positionings were just so great. The player near the library, Centrons there, pulls apart long. Sterzig pushes into short. They have all the control towards the A side. Now they're going to hit the B side with 2 players against 5. And as we said, the full buy round is there for Jalgers. So this feels like a lost cause that Team Red are doing at the moment, is they're not checking the pot position, and Tauro just with the dropping down, it's gonna find the 2nd kill as Delection got the first one. So 1-3 is gonna be 1 more buy round, I believe, for the side of Team Red Eye. As they do have money on 3 players, I believe Mark Boys can drop
by. He's gonna drop 1 and will pick up another rifle as well, as Momzel picks up the give and drop. So only Kamiyano on a Deagle here, and still a very doable round for Red Eye. They also have a pretty decent amount of utility to work with here. A lot of grenades being used towards middle from the side of Jalgers.
-13. Only -13.
And only 30.
So now they come into middle. You can see the spray downs happening as Saurov from Banana is going to find 2 players. And now Momsel with Kamiano in the apartments will be spotted. Momsel should be taken down, but he's still left alive with 6 HP. And now he's going to be pushed up, and Reggie just easily knows where the players are. He's going to tap away in a great hold towards middle. We saw the team Red Eye couldn't even establish any kind of dominance in any kind of position. Banana was instantly taken. Apartments as well. We're going to give it away at first, but there was no issue in taking them back.
Yeah. So far, all in all, well played from Žalgiris. You can definitely see that they're trying to work as a unit a lot more, especially these early rounds before they establish any sort of pace of the game. Either side is fine, is now running through the flames. Delection will find a kill with the grenade, and Tarov now with a standoff will be able to spray down these players as Delection steals away the final one. So 2 for Delection, 3 for Tarov, and a quick cleanup and a quick round for Žalgiris.
Yes, exactly. And now we're going to see the Byron come out. I'm curious to see, at the moment, no ops are going to come through. I really hope for a rush to happen. At least they could potentially maybe... We haven't seen too much mid to B pushes, like mid to arch. We haven't seen those too many times.
It's an unpopular strategy, but sometimes when you use it, it works out quite good, as the flashbang towards second middle allows Sterzig to get one and gets the follow-up kill as well. Spots the bomb in the process. Momsel now with these shots will give away his position, and also Sterzig is able to advance off the back of that. He's gonna spot the feet and even gets the third and gets into the apartments. This early aggression from Žalgiris gives them such a huge advantage. Now Senchons will go down here, still in a 4 versus 2 situation. Team Red Eye needs to find more kills here, as Tarov will find Flunk, and Sterzig gets his 4th in this round. Extremely well played from him. And Sterzig, the first time we saw him shine was on Inferno as well. He was on the T side, continuously finding successful lurks towards the A bomb site. And now once again being on the CT side, it really does seem like these players do shine a bit here. Now question is, do Žalgiris are mindful of the fact that Team Red Eye should be on pistols here? As it doesn't look like they're going to be pushing too much, apart from Sterzig, who just feels it a bit too much at this stage and is still hungry for these kills. Also positioning himself in such a way where he cannot be taken out quickly without actually these players checking. Now, how does this work out? Is there's no way out for Sterzig. Reggie has gone down in apartments, and now
Markboys had an idea, and he knew where Sterzig could be. As they were expecting, either he leaves the apartments or stays in there. See, the Molotov is going to come through as the rotation towards the A side is going to begin now, and Sentos has to stay alive for as long as he can. Basically even hiding here, but with the AK, Markboy is going to find a kill. Already a player in the pit waiting, as we know how well Tarov shoots, and really hope that he's going to be one of the players moving in quickly, as they both are going to push. As Tarov can't find a kill against Markboys. Or as I said, Markboys has found the 4th kill, and now he's going to push on forwards looking for the kill, and it's going to be Brax stealing the ace from him, but it's going to be the 4th round for Team Red Eye.
And once again, a reason why you do not play close against pistols.
Yep, exactly. Because anything can happen at that stage, giving away the weapons.
What was the reason to peek apartments with a rifle against pistols? What was the reason? Whilst fair enough, Sterzig found a kill towards second middle, he was unable to leave due to his own intentions, and then afterwards just, well, basically signed his own death notice.
Yep. That was true. His aggression at the moment has stopped a bit, as we can see he's now only in middle, just waiting, as Brax still waiting right near the smoke. And let's just see if it's going to be, okay, aggressive B here play, as the elections be going to be boosted up, so he's not even going to step on that wall there. Not to give away too much information, as we can see Flunk was already spraying through towards that position.
Yeah, he was looking towards it and was expecting it, just that the initial smoke was so wide that he didn't see anything just yet. And here Brax almost could have found a perfect timing to get a kill towards middle, but the smoke and of course this boost now coming out from Sterzig is going to be a bit of an advantage for them, and which also puts Kamiano, unbeknownst to him, in a very odd position now. This smoke might force a push coming out here, but actually not going to be the case, as Kamiano falls back here and is going to be looking to probably just act as a distractor, or the man who's going to be catching off these players on rotation, as the inbound execute towards B is gradually getting its form.
As you can see, Kamiano is going to wait for the rotation, so he might catch out 2 players here. if he gets the timing right. As we can see, he heard the guy. They're going to move towards middle. They're going to peek in. He did spot a one, and he's going to find a kill, but instantly Tenno is going to get the kill back. But now we can see they're going to move into the side direction. Pretty scene here, as it's going to be Taurov with a spray. Can he find the last? No, he can. It's going to be Delection with one. Delection looking for the second one as well. And one more time, Jalgr stands strong. And still going to be one more Byron coming out from Team Red Eye. But if they lose this one, that it could be even 7 or relatively even 8-4.
Yeah,
at this stage.
Definitely a possibility. And I mean, for Jalgris, if they want to have a relatively doable terrorist side, I mean, you really don't want to give any more rounds away for Team Red Eye. And I mean, we saw them on Inferno yesterday as well, didn't we?
I believe we did.
I think it was Inferno, right? Well, anyway, with this peak, Sterzig now spots the player in Banana, but does not find any kills just yet, as the Molotov burns down Flunk to very low HP. Another flashbang goes through as the spray comes through as well from the teammates, and Flunk just desperately trying to survive. And also, how are you still alive after all of that? I don't know.
17 HP, he was really lucky. The wall did save him for a bit here. We can see Reggie this time not on the balcony, but being that presence in the apartments. And now this shot will give away the terrorist position. Not quite sure if they spotted him, or is that just a pre-fire?
That was just a pre-fire to push him away in case if he is peeking. Kamiana, of course, now making a lot of noise here. And that grenade with the follow-up. Not expecting for Reggie to push there, and Sterzig as well. Finding a kill. Good job for him. That was through the wall in the Banana.
Yeah, now one more time go for the wallbang, man. One more time, just for good luck.
Just for good luck and good measure.
Yeah. Maybe you can get lucky, as it's going to be the player not leaving, but Sterzig going to miss the shot. So he knows that there's one player in Banana, and it's Flunk really risking his life here as the bomb is going to be dropped down. You can see 35 seconds left on the clock. Flunk has to be the one picking up the bomb and rotating towards the side. As Smart jumps into Taurov there. Mamzel did manage to find him and grabs up the AK as well. Now the bomb should be picked up and they should rotate, or will they save as the situation is 2-on-4?
Yeah, 2-on-4. I mean, they have the AVP. Flunk is on low HP. They're not going to go for this round, of course, and they're going to try to hold on to this weapon to at least have some chance in the next following round here. Still, though, 4 rounds already this early does put up set them up for opportunities to gain more rounds here, which is, of course, something that you want to see. From the perspective of our predictions, I don't want to see that, but yeah.
That is true, that is true. And now let's see, since they saved up 2 weapons, more players could potentially go for a relative force here. They are going to go for the force.
Yeah, they're going to go for a force, but otherwise it's just going to be a bit of a 2 mixed message anyway next round. So they're going to have 2 AKs and 2 MAC-10s, so still very doable for them. The grenade finds so much damage, and now with this fast push towards middle, the Molotov now will be deployed. The spray down from Tarov, they all burn down as a team kill comes through as well. And only Brax is left standing with 6 HP. Will find a kill onto Sterzig, who was pushing there, but still 6 health. Has the bomb in hand, has just made sounds in second middle, and it just all fell apart extremely quickly for Red Eye there. Whilst I must commend them on their change of pace and going for that fast sort of push, you can see the Jalgers are definitely ready for such an event, and that setup towards long just worked out perfectly there.
Exactly, and even the grenade in that first, as it I believe Flunk with Comiano get dropped down to like 60 HP or 70 HP as well, like instant damage already done. The team kill from Flunk. How many kills Flunk has? Well, he would have had 6. That's not the case. And Taurov as well.
I think the problem in that push was not enough flashbangs towards middle from Red Eye.
Yeah, as well. It was pretty easy. And they were just staying their ground all the time almost. It was just Team Red Eye looking lost.
Well, I mean, they couldn't get through because of the Molotov and the confusion when you run through smoke, and in combination with the small gaps that they had in between players. Essentially, like there were like 2 players in a 1 versus 2 situation, and only afterwards like the team followed up. So the first 2 kills were unlucky. Then afterwards the flames were there, team kill coming through. It just all went to it was a big mess in middle.
It definitely was. As I have mentioned, it's going to be 7-4 and 8-4. Very realistic, since only 1 op is going to be in the hands of Team Red Eye, and they should not be forcing this one. And they slowly are getting to that maximum last round bonus, which is not something they want to have, but it's definitely going to help them get back into this game. As we know, on Inferno, no, I don't know what to say. Is it CT side? Yeah, it's city side map.
You still haven't found that moment that you said I have claimed Mirage is terrorist-sided. No, CT-sided.
Yeah. I think it has to be true. When I checked out our YouTube channel, there's just too many things there.
Well, it's you missing out on something that you might potentially get for free, but as we say that now, Brax is going to be peeking towards Banana, will not find any success, and now but damage dealt towards the side of Red Eye with this aggression from Tarov as well. That's obviously a lot of information gained here. So briefly for a second, Žalgiris are able to fortify their hold onto the A bomb site. We're having 4 players there, but this does mean that Taro needs to survive for long enough as the AVP shots start to come through. Tarov realizing that he needs early information. He doesn't need to be a hero in this situation, as Momzel now trying to be one and will go to his trade, taking also Martboys down with him as Reggie able to find 2 kills there. And now Kamiano looking to see if he can perhaps find better success than his team has, but he's walking into a death trap.
Yeah, but luckily for him, there is a player very low on HP, as he's just checking the under. But there is a player on the balcony here in Reggie with an instant shutdown. So now Brax just needs to save this off and save his life, as he did force up here, but he doesn't do that. And Flunk can't find a kill. The Žalgiris, they're looking pretty strong here.
Yeah.
Not losing any of the players. Has that happened before? Yes, it has. This is the 3rd round that this type of thing happens.
Okay, well, for them, currently it's just important to not really change anything. So far, by the looks of things, it does look like that they might be able to hold it with the same approach so far. And Red Eye, having that one try in the change of pace, which didn't work out, is probably going to discourage them from any sort of different adjustments in the future. And Flunk instantly dropped down to 15 HP. That deep smoke towards Banana as well, and you can see there's 3 players from Žalgiris here, so they're gonna go for this early kill, and they're gonna find Flunk as well, as Momzel now striking on the other side of the map. Reggie does find one, but will go down in the process here. And Sterzig, Sterzig is together with the B players.
Yep, exactly. This is me 3-3 retake, almost a replica of round 1 that we had, but this time a bit more weapons on the board. So now let's see, Kamiano, can he find the kills? As he has dropped down smoke towards short, and he should know or should realize that someone's there. As one player is going to push from long, so it's just Martboys. Question is, can he get in the peak right? As he just went play, but still Thursday managed to find 1 kill, but nothing to follow up. As now Kamiano's past the shadows, going to take down Tarov. Only Delection here remaining. He's going to spot the player, but instantly Martboys with the shutdown. So 8-5 is going to be the score. Let's just see, can they get 2 more rounds here on the board? Because if they can get 2 more, then the CT side should be relatively easy, and Team Red Eye could actually take this one home.
Maybe. I wouldn't be so convinced.
Yeah.
To be honest, because definitely, whilst yes, Red Eye have found very solid success in a few of these rounds, they are not just yet on the same level that we saw them yesterday here. Now Sterzig trying to go for that early aggression once again will be found.
I believe the smoke was missed and he was catched out there by the edge of the smoke.
Yeah,
because he was being started sprayed down from middle. As he can't find a player towards second middle as well. Pretty late push, so it really want to know if Sterzig really is just overextending. Does he really think that he can do everything? Because at this stage, they definitely felt like you don't have the timing right. Don't push in second middle. But he still does.
Yeah. The question is, was it a call made from Žalgiris to go for that play, or was it just personal incentive?
Yeah, as well. Although I think that that should have been personal, because Sterzig does go pretty aggressive early on, try to find these kills.
Yeah, but his team did sort of try and help him out there in the form of Centrons, who also took a lot of damage here, but somehow miraculously survives that engagement. And now with the repeat from Delection, they find Brax as well. The Reggie will not be able to get that kill, and Kamiano, left on 12 HP, will be able to survive there. Momzel does get the kill, leaves only Tarov alive. Of course, now Žalgiris will be able to buy up. This does mean that Team Red Eye are going to secure a 6th round for themselves here, and Tarov really should just try and see if he can get rid of any weapons here to obviously prevent Team Red Eye from buying up fully once again, as they lost so many rounds before now. It's extremely vital for them to hold on to these weapons. And of course, Tarov, unfortunately, not expecting for Flunk to be in that position does mean the 3 weapons are saved on the side for Team Red Eye.
And for Žalgiris, since they won so many rounds in a row, their bank is looking pretty good, and they are able to buy things up here in the last round of the first half. No ops picked up. Let's be all about the M4s happening, and let's just see how is this going to work out for them, as now the push towards second mill is going to happen. The grenade will deal how much damage? Not too much, but the player was spotted towards second mill. We can see already Brax as well is waiting here, but with those smokes, the player is kind of shut down. We can see Žalgiris just their control towards Banana is just insane, and with Taurov being here all the time, this player has grown so much from the first time we have seen him, as he's now top fragging for his team. Was definitely 16 kills, all the time being a nuisance to the enemies.
Yeah, and it's very, you can definitely see how his impact has also paid off on the general success of Žalgiris. I mean, so many matches have been taken just off the fact that he alone was able to show up. Little Death, with all of these other players, and now Reggie will be taken down by Mart Poise, and Kamiano finding Centrons here as well, looking for that kill towards the side. Thursday comes out on top, but will be taken out, leaving only Delection, and very quickly what seemed to be a convincing round initially coming out from Žalgiris once again is going to be falling apart here. Team Red Eye looking to get their 7th. Delection in a 1v2 needs to go for this. The bomb plant goes down just now. He has the defuse kit and the Molotov now.
Let's see, how can he approach this one, as there's one player towards pit and one player in the side. So coming in from short is one of the worst positions you can come in at this situation.
Yeah, it's definitely a difficult one. Now that with that smoke grenade, he should understand that there's at least one player in sight, and no peek from pit just yet as he finds the first kill, instantly turns around, had the brief opportunity there, but unfortunately it was like the aim was barely off from the head, and like he had the AK in hand. Unfortunately for him, and of course fortunately for Team Red Eye, they were able to find that 7th round. So now as the side swap goes through, this is becoming intense.
Yes.
As, once again, these matches towards the end of the actual season, we saw this in Season 1 as well, where they started to become more and more unpredictable, pretty much. As already said, like there's so many variables that come into account here. The fact that the lower team, points-wise, does not feel more pressure. The team that's still battling to get into better position, of course, feels more pressure on their shoulders. So either way, it just works out in a bit weird spot.
We can see Žalgiris have pulled the rotation for Team Red Eye. Almost every single player only now is going to be Flunk rotating back to B, and Momzal as well ready to rotate back, as they were pretty aggressive in the apartments at first, but now not so much, as here is going to be Reggie spotting one player looking for the second one as well, as the A side is going to be almost completely open. All the players are already rotating from B towards A, as they're going to try to take this one. Reggie spots one more, but instantly Marpois with the kill back, and already from short here, Momzal finds 2. Can he find more, as he's looking for the headshot? It's going to be 2 against 3 situation here, as they have 3 B side. They need to take the bomb now and start the rotation towards either side. As you can see, still players are waiting here towards A. It's going to be Momzal not spotting the players, so this could be them rotating back to an over rotation could happen here.
Oh my god, both Team Red Eye players are going to leave, and now Žalgiris are trying to walk.
What is going on?
I don't know. This is working out in an extremely weird way, as both Delection and Centrons are going to be walking towards the both 2 CT players. And did the bomb hit the ground? Did they hear them? I don't think no.
I think no. But now with this rush, he's going to be hurt, and he's still going to find a kill. There's one more player waiting in the side. It's going to be Flunk looking for the shots, as he tags up Centron, so we can see now it's going to be really dangerous.
They need to go for the plant. He denies the bomb plant.
Centron 7 HP. He still can plant it. Oh, he managed to get in time. 4 seconds there, but still Flunk through the smoke finds the player. How did it not work out? At the same time, how did it work out? And then it again didn't work out, and it was just such a roller coaster.
It's weird because either of them didn't have any vision, so Team Red Eye just decided to go for, okay, they're probably gonna go for B, and they went 2 players there. And for Team Žalgiris, because they didn't see how many players stayed on A, assumed that there's gonna be probably at least 2 on A, because it is a bit of a harder site to retake and also to hold in this sort of a situation. So Yeah, it's just weird. And Central's now finding the kill onto Kamiyano very early on towards A. Does not prompt any rotation just yet, as Team Red Eye quite confident in their call, but as I say that, there is a man heading towards A.
Yep,
and
exactly.
changes his mind in the process. Great.
There's going to be 2 players there, one with M4, one with Scout. Brax has to be pretty careful, as I want to see if Rog is really just going to run down the clock. Nope, they're going to hit the site right now. And let's just see, can Marpoy survive, because he's the only guy here with the M4, and I don't know how much Brax can do. With all the flashes coming through, Marpoy's looking for the shots. He can't even get one! And Brax just looking for kills through the smoke, but as well, that's not going to be possible. As already Tower Off has killed him off. Flonk with Momzo, 2 players rotating, or no, they're just going to stay in the B side. So the round that was lost at first is now gotten back by
I feel like I'm watching AYN versus Not Like This again.
Yep, exactly. And do you think Not Like This against Mighty Wolves could be the same story?
I really hope not. But there's a different story about that match that we'll discuss before it begins, because it's actually now with that overtime win of Not Like This has put an interesting twist on the whole situation.
Yep, exactly. As it's going to be just Flonk with Momzo saving their weapons, and we're going to see the next round on Unleash. Let's just see, there's not going to be a buy round for the side of Team Red Eye. So I'm curious to see maybe a mid rush we've seen in an Inferno, where teams try to do that.
They're going to force. You have 3 players sitting on 1.4, essentially 1.6, and
what just happened?
I don't know.
So many weapons were lost in that second there when the bomb exploded and then the kills started to rain in.
Yep.
Great news.
Great news for the side of Žalgiris losing every single weapon in that round. Comically and not comically enough, I don't know even how to describe these things anymore. As, well, Team Red Eye, of course, forcing up here. Have 2 CZ, 2 FAMASs, and 1 UMP. So, not the greatest weaponry in the world, but works really good close ranges. Now, Marpois will already spot 1 player towards the terrorist apartments. Of course, will instantly fall back. Now, he doesn't want to overstay his welcome in this situation. The bomb is still down towards T-ramp, so Žalgiris are probably just still waiting for any sort of early aggression coming out from Red Eye. And with this flashbang, Momzo still able to find Tarov and gets the election as well. What do you even... How? Hello?
No, that Momzo is just a crazy player. This is, I believe, the 2nd round in a row where he does that, where he just goes in and does his thing. Well, I think it was in the 1st round.
You crazy?
Yeah, he definitely is. So now let's see, can they hold this site? Even though they have managed to find 2 kills, and already it's gonna be flank rotating with the M4. But as they're gonna push here towards short, let's just see, can Marpoy spot anyone as he misses the head of the player? Now he's only gonna spot him, and to see he can find a kill. Is already being rushed. Tendo's moving inside. He's gonna find a kill. There's still 1 more player in pit, and player pushing from short, and that's gonna be the round for Team Red Eye as they're looking to creep their way back into this game. And at some point, even feels like I guess Not Like This and AYN, there was more potential for Not Like This to win here, but in this stage I think Team Red Eye, with yesterday's performance,
it's any man's game at this stage now. I was definitely expecting a lot stronger Žalgiris to come out here, and once again, no timeouts still in this match.
Yep.
So that's one thing. The flames have been deployed now as Momzo will find his first yet again, and the remaining terrorists are going to be pushing through here. So Flonk just needs to stay alive in this situation as firepower is being provided from the CT side. He is able to get at least 1 kill there, but definitely should have gotten a lot more. Unfortunately, the flashbangs were not really on point there. Still, for Team Red Eye, they have so much utility available for them, and they just go for the gunfights. I mean, you can really flush these players out with grenades, as now Reggie is able to find a single kill here, but with 1 HP, sees it in hand. Really, I really don't know what can you hope for other than for a miracle, considering we had the Pulp.
Yeah.
Here in Latvia.
Exactly.
Recently, perhaps some blessings towards Lithuania as well along the way, and maybe Reggie is a god with CZ.
Maybe.
1 HP, living the dream, God.
Yes. In what kind of scenario can this even work out? If he finds Momzel instantly, if Marpois is close enough for him to get that kill, because Brax is in a position where he's going to be meted basically last. This is pretty interesting.
What?
I'm
I'm just once again not listening to what you're saying. So
Yeah, I
Brax
love that.
life.
I
Oh
love
well,
that.
Reggie, he actually got the dink onto Mumsel.
Weirdly enough, Monzo left with 2 HP, yeah.
So there is Jesus confirmed.
Did you just really confirm that?
What confirmed Jesus with CSGO and with the fact that Reggie didn't find a kill but only a dink. Yes, makes
I
perfect
can't.
sense.
Ah.
Makes absolutely
My goodness.
perfect sense.
Yep, now let's just see how this one's gonna continue on. As now it's gonna be a second middle push. So one more time, this is gonna be just Jalgris just taking control of second middle. This time not too much control towards Banana. They were very active with it when they were CTs. On Terrorist side, they don't try it too much, as we can see. Brax has already found one player. Kamiano looking for the shot, and still Kamiano is alive. Sterzig's gonna find a kill, as he's gonna look for more, but only the election remaining here. And this is gonna be 9 to 11 scoreline. As it's gonna be now Byron coming out for Jalgris. I'm really curious to see if we're gonna see maybe a pace changer. I think them having instant control in middle would be really great.
This is the moment where you can throw in that B split strategy
Yep.
you were saying about the terrorists trying to get into archway and then split B that way. But of course it does require coordination, execution, utility, which they have only in the form of smokes, which is still doable, but really you want like at least 4 flashbangs in that round.
Yeah, most definitely. There's only one flashbang to use. So now let's see. As one more time, they're not changing the pace, which I think is kind of a mistake. They are being a bit more proactive towards Banana this time around, but we've seen how this works out for them. Spoilers, it doesn't.
Stop spoiling it. Let them see.
Let's just see. Quite potentially. With having 2 players in the apartments with the bomb there, that kind of shows us that this could potentially be an A push. We know that there's that smoke towards B sites where you drop it down and you can actually manage to get yourself towards like CT spawn.
Yeah, you just need to smoke the side of the actual bomb plan and see if you can sneak your way through. Of course, you still need to be a bit lucky with your timings and of course with the positioning of the CTs, but a bit of a standstill here as Jalgris still deciding which side they're going to fake, or what's the story here. 40 seconds on the clock. The first point of contact is going to be actually A. So they're looking to perhaps force the rotation out of these B players. And with this presence in middle now, the fact that Team Red Eye have given it up, is this going to be a double fake? This might just be a double fake, and they're going to be waiting for a player to run into archway as the execution towards B might come through. Or is this that B split? What's happening?
No idea, but it's just as crazy that because it could work out. The start off as round 2, but they burn down in Bombsel Flames, and Bombsel clears out the B side, but it was a fake. The bomb's gonna be planted in A site. I have to say, with all the chaos that was happening around, Jalgris, they messed with Team Red Eye's head.
Yeah, Team Red Eye didn't really feel comfortable with the fact that there's only 17 seconds remaining. Momsel obviously not even looking to save that weapon, of course. Why would you? There's no real reason to have a free M4, right?
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Am I right? Thanks.
Exactly. As now we're gonna see not a force, although they are evening out the money. No, they're gonna go for the buy. We can see all of them are gonna have the M4s, but they can see only 3 players with utility on the side of Team Red Eye.
And this might bite them in the back unless Brax is able to compensate with this AVP. So he needs to once again pick his timings for that peak. Will not spot anyone just yet, as the close flames here will prevent it from anyone from Team Red Eye to really push into Banana here. That smoke though will also delay any sort of push from the side of Jalgris. So once again, we're probably going to be looking at a slow,
yes, as always,
standoff.
Jalgris is one of the teams that's really almost every single round. We don't see them being too overly aggressive. Of course, when Thursday just goes well, then they can capitalize on that. But in any other round, they're really super slow team, which kind of at times helps them, and at times it kind of really ruins everything that they're trying to do.
This is once again not the Jalgris I was happy with.
Yeah.
They've changed back. They had a good pace and a good thing going for them, and after 2 games they changed back to their old ways. Reggie now pushing into short, will not spot anyone just yet, but Kamiano now with the timing will spot the player towards that so-called boiler room. And now Brax with the peak will not spot anyone just yet, and Sterzig actually comes out on top, as Reggie has also found Kamiano. So that leaves only Marpois here on A. That flashbang towards short will not really reveal any sort of players here. Molotov towards the side, and with that flashbang, Marpois doesn't even know that he's burning down as Centrons finds the kill. And only Flank and Momsel left alive here, of course. Once again, well, Sorta will be looking for saving, but
And here as well, like, they were trying to take the A site, Žalgiris, and while they were taking it, nor Flunk nor Mamsel rotated. Before they did, now they didn't, because I think they always have that back in the mind. Fake could be happening, because the fake the Žalgiris did before.
Yeah, that's as I already said, that's one of the reasons why it's quite crucial at times to really throw in a fake, at least one within a match, to make the CDs doubt themselves, to make them unsure of which site it is going to be. And if you start to combine that with hitting a site at low times, like as you see, say, well, famously Navi doing it,
yeah,
it really messes up with your mind and also doesn't leave much room for error. So any mistake CTs make does mean that the round is secured. And even now, Žalgiris finally finding the execution required to also get these kills and deny any sort of weapon saves.
And since Team Red are going to be on an eco run, they will get Žalgiris will get the 12th round and putting themselves in the lead. But with these grenades and what we've seen come out from pistols, oh, this could be a fun one.
XD in the chat.
As the Molotovs, everything come through, the grenades as well. Not too much damage dealt, as we can see. It's going to be Delection going down. Sturzy, can he stay alive? He can't! Brock's going to take him down. It's going to be 3v3 here. Staro is looking for the shot. He's going to find one. Has to be careful because he's already being pushed here from behind us. He's going to be taken down. Kamiano, last man remaining here. And this is potentially working out. This is going to be Tentrons running towards the A side, going for the plant. And let's just see, can Kamiano get there in time, as he doesn't have the armor, so he'll definitely need to find a kill first, and Centron still has all the utility in the world.
This is... well... Žalgiris were able at least to get the bomb plant here, so the fact that they lost that weaponry, and now with this peak, Centrons finds the right timing to close it out, and I mean, still for a... that small investment that Team Red Eye made really left a huge impact on their economy. Finding so many kills means that a bit more utility will be on their side, and they still are going to have a decent chance of once again evening it out here. How many rounds in a row have Žalgiris won just now?
3 at the moment.
Okay.
We can see, can they get this one as well, as it is a buy round from the side of Team Red Eye, because Team Marpa is only on a FAMAS, so he gets the utility. At least I like that they're prioritizing that over the firepower. Although FAMAS is pretty good weapon, is still very viable in any of the buy rounds.
Has the fastest fire rate of all the rifles, if I recall correctly. And now Sturzik able to deal some damage and actually gets the kill onto Brax as well. Now this should prompt alarm bells for Team Red Eye on the B bomb site. They quickly also checked for Banana, didn't see anything. The bomb, though, in this situation is in my favorite place where it could ever be, in T-spawn, as Momzo will find Delection in CT spawn. And this is now just super awkward.
It definitely is, because if the election would have just stayed there, waited, it could be Tauro just rotating back to find the bomb, then go towards the A site, and rotation from B would be shut down. 4 players taking the A site. It just sounds perfect, but it's not.
It's not. Well, with the flashbang now, Reggie will be able to find Kamiano as Martboys goes down in pit as well. So really no luck there for Red Eye, and they will be forced to save these weapons once again. As you can see already, Sterzig in second middle on the hunt, and just waiting for Centrons to follow up there as well. So really, so far, finally does seem that Žalgiris have found the confidence required here to start closing out this match. And Red Eye at this stage being in such a bad economical situation for them, I mean, whilst they have the lost round bonus, you still need to gain money during the round, and you can see Brax and Martboy sitting on $0 right now.
Yes, and that definitely should prompt the alarm bells, as you've said. So quite potentially the scoreline 14-11 could happen, and then I think Žalgiris do have something in the bag, most definitely, as they're now hunting for the last player, and Reggie's gonna take him down. Not leaving any kind of chances for the side of Team Red Eye. They're gonna hopefully save up now, and I hope that they're going to see Brax or at this stage Mamzo picking up the op, like saving for it. Looks like Brax is going to do just that.
Yeah, he's not going to buy anything.
Only the P250.
Only the P250. So of course, as soon as we say something, the opposite happens.
Yeah.
You know,
that's just how it goes in CSGO. And now I'm really curious to see.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah. Continue if you can find anything else.
What? About CSGO?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Okay. Here the situation is, I hope that Žalgiris is going to be really slow this round as well. And then the round after that, they're going to be just rushing the site instantly.
Are you trying to jinx the opposite?
I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for, to make you happy.
Yes, that is true. Okay, let's just see. One more time. Since the Joggers dropped the bomb there all the time, I'm really curious to see if the worst happens, like Tarov goes down, 2 players go down in the A side, there's going to be 2 players up, they need to rotate back, or maybe they're even in the pit, the players are already coming in from... Everything can go wrong here, and I'm really sad to see that they don't put the bomb like in second middle at least.
Direction doing it with his life here as Thursday
still finds one, and the A side is open. Only 1 player left alive.
Yeah.
You were saying?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter. Why would it matter?
Astar was gonna find the last kill, and now, as already mentioned, the Baron coming through. I'm really curious to see, can Joggers change everything here? What would you like to see from Joggers now to actually put the nail in the coffin?
A victory. I'd like to see a victory. That would be nice.
That would be pretty good.
That would be nice. No overtime, please.
Yes. Can you imagine if we would have 3 overtimes today? Oof.
I'm not gonna go into detail about that.
Yes, Sterzig one more time has opened things up, but Momto with the op has found the kill back, and as you can see here, Kamiano might be overextending here a bit, but he still finds the kill, and he doesn't even get almost any damage within him as Tarov can't find the answer. And the round where everything needs to go perfect, everything falls apart for Joggers.
Yeah, so, I mean, really...
Well, not everything.
Maybe.
Yes, it's like 3 against 4, only 2 players in the A site.
Yeah, well, in this situation, you can see that, well, Red Eye do not feel confident enough to leave only 1 man on B. And historically, I mean, they have pushed this A site, and once again are going to do it because they have found success there as well. And Team Red Eye not taking any note of this, not putting an extra man there. That flashbang actually works out slightly weirdly, and Reggie spots Flunk in that smoke as well. So probably just, like, take note, it does look a bit differently in their screen sometimes, so...
Yeah. Yeah,
that probably was the reason why. So now Martpois with a quick rotation will spot Tarov, will be able to drop him down on low HP. Of course, that deep Molotov will prevent from Martpois pushing out here. That does mean the bomb is going to go down actually deep into the side here. Now Kamiano pushing through. Actually, it's going to give away his position. It'll give time for Tarov to switch away. Still not finding the kill here as Tarov just continuously falls back, and he as well missing these shots. Now Centrons is going to be the next point of engagement, and as I say that, Reggie actually takes out Martpois in that situation with the trade kill coming in as well. Slightly frustrated there, of course, missing that first bullet. Did sort of had to trade a lot quicker in that situation.
Yeah, exactly. The score is now going to be 15-11, and as we already mentioned, if this round is won by the Joggers, it should be done.
Brax.
But this bye, yeah.
Brax.
Some surprises can come out of this one.
Every time I see this shotgun now, I had a Face-It match a few days ago, which just was... I'll tell you in a second here. Tarov will go down, and Kamiano finding quick 2 kills gives a very good potential for his team to come out on top here in this round. Is Sturzig able to equalize? What do you mean? As Flunk finds now the kill onto him, but it's just a mess on the map. The bomb is still in T-spawn. Reggie has shown presence here towards A and is drawing so much attention. All of Red Eye players are already here, and Centrons is making his way as well, so obviously not willing to risk it and run into any sort of weird rotation. And Kamiano now, if he pushes at the right time, is gonna spot Centrons, who's gonna take him down. He was on low HP with the continuous flashbangs, of course, and the bomb being given away. Reggie gets into short and gets the kill onto Martpois, missing so many bullets as Flunk left last man standing, and Joggers in an extremely weird fashion are able to close it out 16-11.
Yes, I have to say they are looking pretty sloppy, Joggers, at some point for Team Red Eye as well. Still, the ending of the game is a bit of mystery for them, it feels like. Yes.
Yeah. Well, as I already said for Joggers, the approach that they showed beforehand, like, I don't recall week 5.
Yeah.
Was the week where they had like pretty good success in their games, and really seemed that like some sort of a shift is going to happen in their play style.
Yeah.
And it didn't. And now with this match, once again showcasing the faults that they have in their approach, not finding the correct ideas when they are required. That's already a problem in their base. Still, the things that I've said previously, there has been so many individual plays during this match. Whilst fair enough, it has brought you a victory, it's just a never-ending mess, to say politely. And for Team Red Eye, same thing as yesterday, but in a slightly different fashion. Whilst they were able to once again have a very convincing first half, afterwards in the second half, as more pressure starts to rise on your shoulders, they still really seem to lose their grasp over the match. And as I already said yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, it's just a matter of experience, really. Yeah. So that's just pretty much where experience is going to come into play. You're not going to feel so pressured about the whole situation. It is just going to be more of a matter of how you see the whole picture in general. That's the difference between experienced and the first difference. What happens between inexperienced and experienced players is when you stop looking at situations individually and you start looking at the bigger picture. Like that's your first shift to becoming a better player. So it seems that for some on the side of Team Red Eye, that is still yet to happen. So therefore, the mixed results might have actually cracked the puzzle with why we see mixed results versus mixed teams with that. Yeah. If I think about it now, it makes a lot more sense that way. Huh. Well, anywho, we're going to have a super brief pause here as the next game is already set up, and we're going to see Not Like This playing on Mighty Wolves on Inferno again. Yes. So this is going to be a very interesting match, and also Not Like This now coming with that victory here, overtime victory in the first game. Question is, how prepared are they now to face Mighty Wolves? Because obviously they're a bit of a different caliber team than AYN is, and a lot of it is going to come down here on Inferno in a few minutes. And speaking of just quickly a few other things, the Vault giveaway,
it's still there, I think.
It's still there and still should be there, so make sure you type in hashtag Vault in the chat. And once again, of course, you need to be subscribed to the YouTube channel to be eligible for 10 euros worth of free food from Vault here. So as I already said, quick pause. When we come back, Inferno, Not Like This, Mighty Wolves. We'll see you in a few.
Go big, go boom, with guns a boom. Like the sound of big booming 4v4 friend fragging action? We'll fix you up. Go big, go boom, with guns a boom. Lešik, butik, jau viss ir redzēts. Killer, tas viss ir redzēts. Skandāls, secret, viss ir redzēts. Creepy, crazy, jā, viss ir redzēts.
Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Un tagad pārsteidz mani.
Lūdzu, jaunā Helio interaktīvā televīzija nomaina Lattelecom ITV. Televizors, tālrunis un planšete darbojas kā viens vesels. Tagad pārvaldi un aizraujies pilnīgi jaunā līmenī. Izklaide progresē. Helio.
Wasting time on my own. All the places you said we go. All this pain builds within. Footsteps fade, what could have been? feel more free. The end of you and me. Let it go, let it be. My heart belongs to me. My heart belongs to me. You're never gonna let me go, and I will never let you go. And now I'm feeling stronger, feeling stronger. You're never gonna let me go, and I will never let you go. And now I'm feeling stronger, feeling stronger. Feeling stronger, feeling stronger. You're never gonna let me go, and I will never let you go. And now I'm feeling stronger, feeling stronger. You're never gonna let me go, and I will never let you go. And now I'm feeling stronger, feeling stronger. Feeling stronger, feeling stronger.
Hello and welcome back to Baltic Esports League Season 2. We're going to have the last match of the day. It's going to be Mighty Wolves against Not Like This, and please explain why this is your match of the week.
Okay, well, first of all, obviously, for Not Like This, actually, because they won the first game only in overtime, they essentially cannot make it into the top 4 anymore, but it's still an extremely important match for Mighty Wolves nonetheless. They absolutely need to secure a victory here, and even if they win the victory here, they still then they're going to be battling it out between Mighty Wolves and Auto Clutch here, and if Not Like This win this actual match, then Auto Clutch are going to get into the finals.
If Not Like This win, then Mighty Wolves have no chance of getting in, yes?
That is to my understanding, whereas if Mighty Wolves still come out on top here, they will actually have a match with Auto Clutch soon enough here. So either if it's not decided here, it's going to be decided in the next match. Then between those two, and that is already going to feel as a bit of a semi-final situation there on its own that has well grown to happen. So I mean, it's an interesting situation, as I already said, for Not Like This really here. All they can do is cause more upsets. So either way, Mighty Wolves really need this victory on this map.
Yeah, most definitely. We didn't have time to introduce the teams. We know who's going to play for Not Like This, but for Mighty Wolves, going to be Keen, Flaric, Deck, Amos, and Kokaho, so they haven't changed anyone. As we already even mentioned, Flaric is kind of a stand-in in a form of he's in the team, at least for here. And we've seen that Mighty Wolves at the moment have had really mixed results. Not too much luck in the past few matches. And as you mentioned, if they don't win this one, then it's over for their dream to play in the finals.
For Not Like This?
For Mighty Wolves.
For Mighty Wolves, yeah. If they lose it here, they're not getting in. So
yeah, and we won't ever forgive them.
Oh,
would you forgive Mighty Wolves if they lose against Not Like This here?
Not really. I mean, they absolutely must not make such a mistake. And even considering how strongly they started this season, and then to see this gradual downfall of them, it would definitely be a serious upset in this tournament. And I feel like they would be.
We need to call admin. Can you write to admin and say that this help is needed?
Okay.
I suppose hopefully admin's gonna answer soon, as I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, he's already.
Is the camera on us?
He's
okay, I'm gonna quickly check.
He's already in the process of resolving it. The sides are not displaying correctly, apparently, or something along those sides. It says the sides are mixed up, and
yeah. As we can see, it's Not Like This is not Flaric.
Yeah, it's the other way around in the tab as well. So it's just a small technical issue. A quick, I would say, restart and re-execution of the ready not ready situation should be resolved there in a moment. So just a quick second.
Let's call out the players who we think are gonna blow up. I'm gonna quickly say that from Not Like This, I think Fanet is still gonna be a huge force, as I believe last game he had 29 kills, at least 29 at that stage, and he was really
Dreamus was close by there as well. So both of those players. For side of Not Like This, I really would expect once again for Kokaho be really
for the side of
Mighty Wolves, excuse me. Kokaho to really be impactful towards that B bomb site, and towards A once again it's going to be in the hands of I would say Emis. I mean, we haven't seen him really being super impactful lately, and I really hope that trend is finally bound to be changed. As well, quick information also about the map. It was actually automatically picked because Mighty Wolves failed to submit their vote due to apparent technical issues that they were experiencing. So this actually is going to be now picked well, as I already said, automatically here. So Mighty Wolves' last game, so there's actually going to be, I have misunderstood what Gekon's tried to explain me here, and we'll have to correct myself here in a second if you just give me a moment to try and understand.
Yeah, try to read and try to understand, as I hope that sooner rather than later they should be starting the game. I think, yes, they're fixing things. Admin at the moment is changing everything manually in the server, as V is learning new things.
I'm still trying to understand.
I'm still trying to understand. Gekons can sometimes be a bit...
I'm pretty sure it's me at this stage, because my brain is melting after those 2 games, and then trying to understand the whole point situation is just...
Yeah. Because at the moment, AutoClutch have, I think, 3 more points.
Right, so for one thing that is clear, Mighty Wolves are not going to be playing against AutoClutch. So there's my mistake number 1.
Yeah, because they played the first game.
I got really excited though for that one. That would be like a really cool scenario, but that is not going to be the this scenario. So if not like this, win Mighty Wolves, then AutoClutch get into the 4th position automatically.
Okay.
If Mighty Wolves win not like this, then Mighty Wolf and AutoClutch are going to fight for the 4th spot in their respective battles in the last week, which is going to be Mighty Wolves playing against Red Eye and AutoClutch playing against Lithuania. As now the peak towards second middle actually coming out from Halflix here, and he's going to be instantly dinked. He's going to be able to fall back, will not spot anyone towards middle here, so that's a lot of information gained, seeing that so many players are in second middle, and you can see that already not like this have stacked a bomb site, and it doesn't look like that Mighty Wolves are going to be changing their approach anytime soon, but they are waiting for this time to run out, as even a grenade being thrown towards the banana will prompt a quick check from, is that Dreamus there? Yeah, that is Dreamus on in banana here, still continuously jump spotting and checking for any sort of information he can gain, and does not spot any players, hence no rotation from not like this. This is going to be a full A hit. 3 players, 2 apartments, 2 through middle here, and as they're walking into a 4-man stack, Keen is able to start this off, but quickly Fonet with 2 kills, Prokas finds another one, gets the second, and Halflix gets another one. Means a very clean sweep for not like this, and read like a book off the back of the information that Dreamus was able to continuously gather in banana.
Yes, that was a perfect play from not like this, and I have to say Mighty Wolves, they are the fans of that push from the apartments from into the A sites, and in the past few times I've seen it, it does not work out for them too well.
Yeah, now with these grenades towards middle, they're looking to see if they can get any free damage. Of course, Mighty Wolves trying to avoid that, going through second middle for a good part of it. Some players stood behind, just understanding it's like pretty default thing right now to nade middle either way, as Dreamus already will find Deck, who was isolated in banana with that smoke, and of course with the peak coming in now, Kalinka also finding Keen towards second middle, if I'm not mistaken there.
In apartments.
That was in apartments, so he jumped into the actual balcony there. Now only Flarichko, Kaho and M is alive, still no real progress on their side. I mean, they have dealt some damage, but still, all 5 people on this side of not like this are alive, and of course, smartly, they're gonna fall back towards the side here. Prokas as well is gonna remain towards this corner, probably gonna bait for his teammate, but oh, he's going to take a bullet to the face and actually gets taken out. Now Dreamus needs to go huge here, finds one, absolutely needs to get a second one, will get the second, and it gets even more damage onto the third, leaves only Flarch alive, and Halflex quickly with the rotation will be able to clean it up there. Excellent work coming out from not like this, and for Mighty Wolves, as I already said, puts more pressure on their shoulders, and I feel like not like this just want to get that upset in right now.
Yep, most definitely, because not like this, since I understand, they don't have the chance anymore to get into that.
No, but they can deny Mighty Wolves of the pleasure, and they'll be more than happy to do so. As now super aggression coming out from not like this, looking to establish control over all these areas, as now even a smoke being deployed. Halflex not wary of the fact, and Deck really took a long time to get that kill. Does mean that Prokas will be able to trade back here, and now they're just pushed into this site as the flashbang does nothing for Dreamus. He finds 3 kills, Prokas steals away the 4th. And that is going to be a very nice round for not like this coming out here, not leaving any options for Mighty Wolves. Does mean that, well, now not like this are going to be tested with the first full buy of Mighty Wolves. No AVP on their side.
You say tested at this stage, it feels like it's going to be not like this. Testing themselves, can they really hold it? Because with Kalinka having the op, I think it's pretty clear what not like this are looking for. First of all, Kalinka, since he's an aggressive player, and you can see it right here, but he's gonna lose his life to Deck. That Molotov changed everything there, and that's now banana control for Mighty Wolves.
And you can see how that smoke that the other teams have been throwing for that Molotov would have benefited him in that situation. A really sort of don't understand why any of his teammates didn't help out and didn't deploy a smoke in that situation as well. So
I believe Halflex missed the opportunity to spot Flaric in the apartments. But
yeah,
now,
so he's not going to be aware of the fact, but with this boost...
he pushes out, he could potentially find 2 players. Although Halflex is checking that apartment position, still Flaric has a really great promise here to actually win in this duel.
Oh, this is going to all go extremely south very fast for Mighty Wolves if they get too surprised here. Vanet finding the first kill. Flaric struggling to get the second. Does mean that Halflex is able to pick him up. Of course, Keen will be able to trade in that situation, but that is a 2 versus 3. Both Prokas and Dreamus have the fuse kits, also each have a single flashbang here, but Prokas essentially lone man here with that flashbang as well will give away his position, and of course Deck taking advantage of that timing gap that he had will mean that Mighty Wolves will be able to secure this round. Dreamus, of course, falling back, picking up the AVP, is going to be going for that save, and actually will have also an opportunity to peek towards middle here.
Yes, and if he's going to save this up, it's already going to be pretty great news. And the fact that he is the player for the side of Not Like This, if he's going to get the skill, oh, he's going to miss the opportunity there. But he will be able to save the weapon. There's no way Mighty Wolves will get to T-spawn in that time. Well, although Dreamus can give himself away.
There's Mighty Wolves as well. They don't want to lose too many players, as having such low amounts of money, it is crucial for you as a terrorist team to have 3 players surviving in order for you to be able to drop around and then equalize in the utility. If you only have 2 people surviving with rifles, that's not enough usually, and ends up in someone buying a UMP or Scout.
Exactly, and the same thing happens over here for Not Like This as they go for the force. So 157 MP9 and the rest weapons are pretty good to play here, as Dreamus is going to go for the first peek towards Banana here, but he's going to find Deck. We know that Deck almost all the time rushes into Banana to have that control there. He's the guy who always sticks there and everything else, and now with him gone, this should give Not Like This information that they more so will make the move towards the A site.
Or at least initially they definitely will, because obviously as soon as a kill happens towards one side of the map, the terrorists start looking to equalize on the other one. And of course, Fonet actually in this situation, considering that the smoke has just been deployed there, I do find that angle sort of favorable in the sense of being a surprise, but it can work out weird ways, especially if he does this in the wrong timing. Then of course it does not. So with these grenades now towards B, they're looking to force any sort of rotation, and actually Kalinka already is going to move towards the B bomb site, and this leaves only Fonet and Halflex on A.
We can see if Halflex is even making a move towards the apartments, and see he doesn't spot anyone. The information would be that no one's there, but now they're going to hear them rattling in middle, and Kalinka with MP9 has been really good with this weapon. Can he get the skills now? As he was already spotted, the smoke's going to come through, but he can't deal too much damage, as Fanet's going to hide in the side and Halflex waiting in the apartments. I really like these positions. They can definitely work out, especially with Kalinka being in here. If no one's going to check this position, he's going to get 2 free kills, and he's looking for 1. He's going to find 1. He's going to find even the second as well, and Halflex now from the apartment is going to find 1, looking for the next one as well, as only Keen remains alive here. And as he pushes out, just Kalinka comes out one more time with an MP9. 3 kills for him, and 4-1, as Not Like This are just making this one.
Being in the position of Mighty Wolves, this is already the point in time where even I would start to worry, because this is a very, very bad trend starting to show up here.
Did we say our predictions?
Actually, no. You put down that it's going to be 16-7 in favor of Mighty Wolves. I put down 16-10. But so far, it seems there's going to be a different story here. M is now pushing. Takes so long time to find the kill here. Kalinka already able to find Flaric in this situation, as Prokas found only 1 as well. Kalinka will burn down Kukaho there, and Emis will be taken down, leaving only Deck alive here with 8 HP. Kalinka is low. He gets the headshot onto him as well, but Halflex once again quickly able to shut it down. Looked a bit dicey for a second there, to be honest. It could have gone either way for a brief moment, but Not Like This did come out victorious here in that situation. So 5-1, and of course Mighty Wolves on an economical round once again, because they were fully reset just a round ago.
Exactly. So now let's see how this round is going to be played out, as we have seen Mighty Wolves be super aggressive, as in just like push every single round, doesn't matter what they have in the hands. And I think that's something that's been missing from Mighty Wolves lately.
Yeah, they try to go for this collective approach, but it seems that against certain teams it just does not work out for them.
Yeah,
and a lot of it is down to the fact that funny, Deck almost found the second kill there.
Yeah.
Tactical timeout being called for Mighty Wolves. Yeah, so like I mean, this sort of approach, a lot of the times that you go for like some sort of a set strategic play against a team that not necessarily uses strats on their own, so they're like just playing like a different sort of approach to the game, more of a say mixed approach, and that's why also a lot of the times you see even in the bigger scene playing like teams that have played together for a while sometimes have really hard time playing against teams that are relatively new or freshly made. For not like this, they had the roster change recently, and of course that also has brought reinforcements on their side, and just the fact that they're just not doing the things that Mighty Wolves are expecting them to do works out against them, even though sort of Mighty Wolves try to go for that gather approach. So it's like a stick with two ends, as we usually say here in Latvia. Zemis already has found Dreamus, and finally some sort of positive sign on the side of Mighty Wolves.
Yes, the AWP has come in, so now Emis can definitely show what he really is made of. But as one more time, Mighty Wolves, the same approach, which is kind of the right approach to play the Inferno, have the control in apartments, have the control in Banana. But still, like, there's always something missing. Like, they're not calculating how many players they need, how much time they need.
And for not like this as well, I mean, they have definitely been very proactive in Banana.
Yeah.
So that's one of the downfalls of Mighty Wolves, because failing to establish early control here means a lot of utility needs to be used to regain that control. Hence, they tried to approach the A side, but because Banana control was there, it alleviated the pressure from the B bomb side, and reinforcements were able to be on the A side in a timely fashion. So Mighty Wolves here really need to secure this round. This flashbang, Keen is going to hide away there for a second, as they're actually going to start to fall back here. And now, not like this, not having this information, this is what I was saying previously about how you fake A and go towards B. You just need to push the CTs back, that's all, and then afterwards you can gather as a unit. And they're going to go inside B as a 5-man stack here, and Prokas really will need to go huge, as he's the only man standing. The Molotov already coming through. Kukaho instantly checking for that position. They know that there was only most likely one person there.
Aim is checking the wrong side. This could be Fanet finding the kill, but he's not peeking in.
Yeah,
you see that Emis is checking the left side.
They're not going for the retake in this situation. Not like this. Do not want to give any sort of advantage Mighty Wolves might have here. And considering how much money they're going to save, Prokas will definitely need a drop in this situation. Fanet also cannot afford to die. So really, it's the right call at this stage. And I must say, a very rare sight sometimes to see.
From not like this.
Especially from not like this. And as well, in comparison to the first game they have, it feels like it's twice stronger, not like this, that we're looking at right now. Not because of where Mighty Wolves are in the standings, but just in general how actually they are playing right now. It's a completely different match than what we saw against AYN.
Yeah, we've seen that they go for things that's, okay, maybe it doesn't work out from time to time, but as well, something new. And as we said, like, unpredictable things as well are happening, and Mighty Wolves really can't read too much from what not like are doing.
Even like, I like the boost on the balcony that they had there. That was one of the small adjustments that they tried to go for, and I believe also a topic that we touched in another game. I cannot recall, was it yesterday or today though. So still, Mighty Wolves not willing to pick up the pace here. Now are gonna decide to start slowly. Starting to lose my words.
Yeah, and especially when the game is so slow, but Kukaho is gonna find the first kill towards the B side. You can see already the players are gonna move in. So Dream is just gonna be ready with this incendiary grenade to drop it down, but no one's pushing. And as we know, Mighty Wolves as well, it's weird that not like this use the utility so fast, knowing Mighty Wolves. Like, if you've seen them play at any time, you know that they're super slow.
Yeah, and now Emis with that kill, this is going to prompt
now
the B
the Molotov
push.
should have calmed down.
Yeah, exactly. And Dream as well, he still has the AWP in hand and sitting in the dark corner. He has the option of fading away, and actually the bomb is gonna walk towards the A site, as Haflex already smells this happening, and excuse me, Emis missing that shot. Fanet also finding a kill onto Flourish here. Haflex will find a kill onto Keen. Why is this?
No idea. Like I said, like, they want to do so much, but they're failing in doing so. Like, they try to take the B sites. They try to fake and everything else. They're peeking in. They're trying to battle it with op. They move towards the A side as well. The players are still there and the players are still ready. Emis almost finds half-lex there. Almost.
Yeah, still Kukaho and Deka on low HP. Like sitting on half HP. Oh my god.
Shot at the player and he can't find the kill. How Kukaho is alive?
I don't know. It's very weird that he has somehow survived that engagement. Emis also now will find Halflex, leaves only Fanette. And of course the position of Emis is known. Emis goes down. This is still doable. He gets the second kill as well. Is able to tap the bomb. The Molotov misses as he's going to be holding it. But Deck
finds it through smoke.
Whew.
Yeah. The game is just getting like closer and closer. Although the score has not changed for Not Like This. They have lost 2 rounds in a row. We can see they are gonna go for the force, which at this scenario, in my opinion, is kind of a mistake. But we've seen crazier rounds work out.
Well, it's just off the back that Fanette has the AVP available for him. And Kalinka here as well has used quite a decent amount of utility towards Banana to make sure that nobody's going to be pushing up close. Fanette with that peek towards apartments will already find a free kill as Keen now spraying through the wall will be able to land some damage. Actually gets Halflex as well with a quick transfer there. Leaves only Fanette in the side. He will get another kill and is going to be able to fall back here and gets a third.
My goodness,
looking towards
Fanette.
the apartments. Fanette might do it just single-handedly, gets the fourth as well, looking for the ace as the flashbang starts to come through. The player has jumped out into short. Keen's position will be given away and Prokas gets the final kill. A single AVP, as we just said in the beginning of the round, does it for them and Fanette comes up huge.
Wow, I'm just completely speechless. We called out already Fanette that he could be really an impactful player here, but with AWP playing like that.
And that's a tilter for my team.
Oh,
for
most
sure.
definitely, most definitely.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure at this point Flarge says like, oh, why did I play with them?
Probably not. Well, okay, Kalinka, excuse me, the aggression with the op, whilst great by getting 1 kill, Prokas luckily, and Dreamus there to pick up the slack. So a quick cleanup and another round lost for Mighty Wolves. Now, for Mighty Wolves in general, 5 rounds should be enough.
Yeah.
Should be enough.
Yeah, but at this stage it feels like when Not Like This turned it on, it doesn't feel like they will even get those 5 rounds, like 4. Would be more believable.
Well, I mean, okay, I'm not gonna try and jinx anything just yet, and just gonna keep silent for a second with any sort of prediction in terms of how this might turn out in a brief moment or two. And you can see that Mighty Wolves haven't even had the chance to get out into middle here.
Yeah.
Those continuous Molotovs have prevented any sort of push from them, and now cornered in. They don't even know how much information CTs have towards second middle, and they're gonna have to check every single corner on every move they make.
Yeah, exactly.
Every step I take, I'll be watching you.
Yes, because we can see Not Like This as well. Even though they know that, since they know that my tools are on pistols, they're not being too aggressive. They're not pushing too far. You can see as well the banana control is very limited. They only see the first, like the opening when they're gonna enter in as well. The same goes for A middle, as well like the apartments, pretty deep in. All the positions you can see here, Not Like This, are expecting for Mighty Wolves just to blow up at any second here.
Now they're gonna be walking out here, instantly gonna be spotted. Dreamus already gets 2 headshots here, spraying through. Kukaha will be able to take him down, and Prokas just excellent control in that situation. Gets all 3 kills. No further options for Mighty Wolves. 9-3. In favor of Not Like This, and I will remind you one more time, if Not Like This win this match, then Mighty Wolves don't get to be in the top 4, and that's an upset in itself.
I never thought I'm gonna hear that. It's pretty sad to hear that. Don't say that anymore. Okay, Fanette.
Fanette just showed it.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying anything. Oh, Deck now with this peak, almost, well, we'll be able to get Kalinka there, of course. Dreamus able to trade. Now in a 4 versus 3 situation, Not Like This, can leave 2 players on each side, but considering how much control they have in Banana, they're just going to once again use a bit more utility to lock it really down, and still 1:10 on the clock for Mighty Wolves. They can just wait out for that utility and still group up and hit B.
Yeah.
That's probably would be my site of choice as well, because it's just way too many corners to try and clear out, having only 3 people and not knowing how many people are on A at all. Like, One thing is clearing out corners, the second thing not knowing how many players are on A. And as you can see, it is going to be a 3v3 situation on the actual A site in a brief moment. As Dreamus already spots one of the players, extends his welcome way too long, as Flaric will be able to take him down. And this can actually turn into a B split if they decide to go for it. And you can see that also instantly Fonet feels uncomfortable in Banana. Peeks down, does not see anything just yet, falls back to the actual site as Flaric finds his second, will be able to take down Procus, and it's all going to be on Halflex here, who's going to go down, and the A site has been taken in a very clean fashion thanks to Flaric and Kokako here. Fonet is of course gonna hold on to this weapon, and Mighty Wolves of course cannot afford to hunt for it as well, so this should be a relatively easy save for Fonet.
Yeah, most definitely. But still, props to Mighty Wolves. They lost 2 players, but still managed to get the round back. Real like their approach. We saw how many times people went into the arch and checked if anyone's towards B. They instantly went into the library. And the fact that they waited for so long, it allowed Flaric to peek in at a time where I believe it was Procus in the pit, who was not expecting him to be there.
If you want to blame someone, blame Dreamus for this round, because he overpeaked that library situation. There was no requirement. You already spotted the player. As long as the terrorists know that you are there as well, they're going to be pressured to actually continue execute on the site, and it would have given more opportunities for his teammates to actually close out the round there. So that is definitely a mistake for the side of not like this.
Yeah, most definitely, but still 9 rounds on CT side is already pretty good for them. The important thing now is that they don't lose this round.
Yeah.
Because if they can lose this one, it's going to be 9-6, and that is a score that Mighty Wolves will be more than happy about.
Yeah, exactly. So as I already said, 5 rounds are rounds that they can work with. Fonet, I believe, was hurt just before, and now him falling back. Kalinko, careful! What the... Hello?
Whoa. That is very sad to see.
Oh, Fonet almost hit that shot through the wall as well, and almost 2 times.
Yeah.
So Keen incredibly lucky there to actually be alive. Flaric, of course, now seeing that blood splatter on the wall, is going to be following up and seeking to see if he can find any players on low HP. That grenade, though,
it didn't fall into the boiler room. So it didn't deal any damage to the player waiting there. As you can see, Keen still on 100 HP, has not Finet's gonna find one, but Halflex overextends one more time. Now it's the thing that since not like this feels so comfortable, they're losing the rounds on silly mistakes.
They're digging their own grave right now.
Yeah, exactly. And we know how well Mighty Wolves can come back into the games. That's one of their top qualities, even.
Oh, this is... Okay. I feel like the rush of adrenaline is over for us, as Deck will find Dreamus, and Fonet, the last man standing, once again with the AVP in hand, is going to be looking to save it for the final round. Fails the jump there onto the balcony. And Keen is actually quite close by, so he might hear him in a second. Definitely hears him right now in the actual site, and we'll spot him out. Fonet jumping around like that, knowing that in the second round, second back-to-back round that Mighty Wolves are going to be securing, having 4 people alive, one of them is definitely going to be hunting. So
if he would have hit, we know how well one op can change the game. He still buys the op, but he's now on glass cannon, so it means he has to be really careful about his positions, not to get caught out in very open angles. So basically he needs to... Okay, yeah, this I kind of like. They're going to go for the jump boost over. Doesn't spot anyone, but now Emis is going to take him down. That second peek really did not work out. It's going to be Halflex picking up the op. But I believe Keen has the idea where the player could be. Oh, I hope that Keen is pushing in because he heard the player move into boiler. And he knows that he has picked up the op and then get the kill. Oh, that would be just perfect, as Dreamus is just waiting with CZ for the P-push as well.
Well, Halflex, realizing the danger, will fall back towards the apartments. And we actually have 3 players from not like this towards B, as a few grenades are going to be used towards A, probably to act as a distraction. This Molotov towards B slightly gives away the intentions of Mighty Wolves, as now the flashback comes through. Deck will go down, but Kokako able to trade. Procus, though, finding another kill, still a 3v3 situation. This is quite doable for not like this.
Yeah.
They still might find this round.
Especially if Halflex stays in these apartments, he does not get spotted and he can get the bomb plant deny. But here is going to be a question about, can Procus find the players to give the information to Halflex?
He just needs to spot for a cross.
And he needs to be a bit more faster, because Halflex will be spotted here now any moment, as he's going to be spotted. Procus as well, he's going to find a kill. And now the information is passed on to Halflex, and oh, the perfect timing for not like this to say,
oh,
he's gonna miss
you
the shot.
need to hit those shots as he gets the kill. Thank God, Emis left in a 1v3 here, still doable. All players on low HP, but pushing through the smoke. Procus finds the best of timings when Emis is zoomed in. And not like this, 10-5 in their favor here. So Mighty Wolves were able to scrape the bare minimum, I would say, what is required here in order for them to work with. Now it is absolutely crucial that Mighty Wolves pick up the first round here on the terrorist side and a city side, excuse me, and follow up on it as well. So they must absolutely not be reset, not like this instantly. Also taking a tactical timeout here, actually the second tactical timeout.
I like this so much because, as I mentioned before, Mighty Wolves, they're known for their ability to come back into games because they're calm and collect and everything else, and they take the timeout at the first round just to make sure that they get that round.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily about not like this, coming up with a plan, more so than probably just to try and put brakes on the momentum of Mighty Wolves that they're starting to gain here. So they just want to gain any sort of advantage they might have, and if that means using an extra tactical timeout, I mean, you have 4 of them realistically. Sometimes you can play games with like having only 1. So I mean, most teams do it here without taking any, so it doesn't really matter how many you use. Keen now will be able to spot out these players early on, and this quick aggression coming out here does mean...
Wait, Kalinka, what?
Oh, Keen!
The information should have been there.
Whoo, that was scary for a second, as now the push started to come through, but Deck and Keen instantly able to follow up one more time, leaves only Dreamus standing in the second middle there and just thinking, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, exactly, and I want to give like a public bad job, because not like this. They spotted Keen being into the apartments. He went back into the boiler. There was a player in the middle. He didn't hear anyone rush out from the apartments, and Kalinka just went in front of boiler and was standing looking at short. They had the information.
Did it really not show up on the radar as well?
Like
if they didn't see him, it still should have. If it was in the vision of any player, it should have shown on the radar. So information should have been there. And I mean, it definitely seemed that for a second it might work out excellently there. Unfortunately, did it. And now with this peak towards second middle, Farish has spotted so many players and might overstay his welcome here. He's going to be falling back instantly, recognizing the situation. Will deploy a smoke towards middle as well, just to make sure he's going to be able to fall back here, as Kalinka failing to find that kill. And this once again will bring it to a bit of a standstill now with the aggression in Banana here. M is also being able to deploy that second smoke, just lock it off. They know that there's nobody in Banana, so most likely everyone is going to be locked down into middle here or in second middle. And considering Mighty Wolves just recently were in apartments, didn't find anyone there just yet as well, pretty much leaves no further options for not like this where to go.
Yes, they're gonna move into the middle. Halflax still waiting as he does spot a player. He's looking for the shots. He's gonna wait until Halflax runs out of bullets, and then it's gonna be Deck just pushing forward. No,
they got into Archway. They can go into B as the push now comes into Banana. Halflax is gonna give information that 2 players from B actually push now. Prakas will go down. Panet will be greeted by 2 players, and now Dreamus will pick up 1 kill and almost gets the second. Is gonna be running after it. He needs to find this kill onto Keen quick enough, and now he has the option of rotating around either direction. Go for that weapon reload, please.
Yes, now he's gonna go for it, as he's gonna probably now, I'm not sure if he hears Keen or not, who's now at the ruins at the moment, as far as he's gonna even rotate through Arch. So they're gonna both hit the B side from the same position, and Keen's just gonna hide. Oh, this is just perfect.
He actually checks, and Keen gets the kill. Luckily in that situation, Dreamus definitely had time to clutch it from that point on. So great mind awareness also from Dreamus in that situation. I mean, he decided to instantly go for that sandbag check, no other corners, as it would have been like the CT. In order for him to get any further, he would have had to make a step. And understanding the timings, Dreamus realized quickly that that is the only option. Unfortunately, it didn't work out in his favor. I definitely wouldn't have jumped in that situation, not to leave anything up to chance. And now this push from into middle, Flourish able to rack these kills up very quickly, as actually Deck is helping out there with another 2 of his own. And now only Halflex remaining is going to try and go for anyone who's going to be standing in smoke with the knife. But of course, quickly M is backstabbing with the MP9 in hand. Does mean that Mighty Wolves were able to follow up on those first initial rounds. And now the first true test is going to come out for the side of Mighty Wolves.
And the tactical timeouts, only 1 remaining for Mighty Wolves. No,
1 out of 4 taken.
No, remaining. Maybe it switched. Maybe something went wrong. But okay, they do have that tactical timeout. I'm curious to see what's going to be approach for not like this. Do you think we can expect a fast push, or do you think it's going to be a slow approach?
I don't think we're going to see a super fast round off the bat just yet. They do have the 2-round advantage to try and understand at least how Mighty Wolves' defense is going to work.
Yep.
So I think that should be that's a more rational approach towards it. Of course, they can try and go for some sort of a curveball and see if they can get a very early round here. Putting up 2 people very early here in Banana. Dreamus with the spray down will be able to get 1, does not find more, as Emis will be able to quickly clear it out. And that is once again information passed on to the teammates there. Unfortunately, Not Like This didn't have the bomb in hand, so they weren't able to push into a site where there were only 2 people at the time. And this puts them in a very awkward spot, essentially putting them on ground 0, and they need to start to work from nothing up. And once again, we'll need to gather information first, then try to clear out corners and positions, and only afterwards try to execute. So essentially, Mighty Wolves with this play reset Not Like This's plan towards the round by 50 seconds back.
Yeah. Great analogy.
Because the round only starts now.
Yeah, in a way. And we saw how Mighty Wolves decided to play their 3-on-5 situation at that stage, as they pushed towards the A site from, I believe, from long and from apartments, if I'm not mistaken. That really did work out. It's now going to be Not Like This heading towards the B site, and they guessed right. It's going to be only Emis there with the AK in his hands at 35 HP. So if they play their cards right, they do have 3 smokes and a 1 Molotov that they can use.
Yeah, so 2 smokes are going to be used here to smoke off the appropriate positions. As Emis now will deploy the Molotov, and now because Prokas left that smoke behind, was able to quickly take it out, and they understand that he needs to be here close, as Emis will find his first and almost gets the second. The rotation already has come through. He's going to be taken down as Halflex actually finds Flourish here, so this is still doable for Not Like This as the flashbang towards CT, but the smoke has dissipated, so they need to plant in a slightly different position that they initially planned for, and Halflex doesn't have the health on his side. His position obviously is going to be suspected, as now not finding that kill instantly there means that Mighty Wolves will be able to secure the 9th round for themselves and start to close out this round difference.
Yeah, exactly. We can see at the moment the Mighty Wolves, we can see their money situation as well is pretty good, so we can potentially see a AWP come out on Emis. That's going to be the case, as it's going to be Not Like This on, in theory, their last buy here.
Yeah, because Not Like This lost the as you already said, the lost round bonus 4 rounds in a row is quite a substantial amount of money, and of course that bomb plant as well was impactful, and the kills, so they were able still to buy up relatively decently well here. As Keen in apartments with that spray through will not find any damage just yet. There's already Kalinka making his way towards boiler room, and is going to be trying to peek towards short yet again, as Keen decides to give up on apartments just now, and Deck peeking. Well, it's a bit of a weird angle here for him. He does spot one of the players, but failing to get a kill instantly means that Kalinka will be able to come out on top in that engagement. Now he's going to be looking to smoke off a long, and with that flashbang, Kokaho now actually doesn't go for the peek, and Keen doesn't spot anyone just yet, and there's still Kalinka there, finding the kill onto Kokaho. Prokas will take down Flourish. Only Emis and Keen remaining here. Keen's position is known inside. He's going to be out of the game, and that leaves only Emis alive on B bomb site, not being able to do anything, as far as like his only mission right now is to survive with the AVP. And Not Like This as well, they know Emis is the holder of the AVP for the side of Mighty Wolves in most situations. Not going to be hunting for it just now. They cannot really afford it. They will win a round now, meaning that any sort of consequential kills that they're going to have right now, like deaths, if any of them die now, it's going to really hurt their economy in the next following round. I hope that someone's actually following with this trail of thought.
Yes.
But yeah, my match of the week definitely starts to show up here.
Yeah, and one thing I want to point out, the Mighty Wolves, I believe they have changed a bit their approach, because we all the time saw Kokaho with Deck towards the B site, and now we see Deck playing in A and Emis playing in B. So I'm curious to understand, is it just because Emis did they switch all together with Deck, or is it just like the AWP is more needed at B site at this time?
It so far looks so, because Not Like This have had good pressure in Banana.
Yeah.
Apparently, speaking about the timeouts, everything is correct. So, did I just miss 3 timeouts from Mighty Wolves?
Yeah, me too.
Hello?
Just here, almost Halflex finds the player there, Keen. Keen gets him down to 67 HP. You can see Kalinka is still pushing it. He's going to find them both. When Kalinka turns it on, the game is on as well for Not Like This. The bomb's gonna rotate from T-spawn towards the A side, and these three players, as we can see, Mighty Wolves, they're just gonna save their weapons that they have in their hands at the moment. It's gonna be 12-9. Next round still a possibility for Mighty Wolves to take. I'm not quite sure it's gonna be Flourish and Keen forcing something up. Emis can definitely drop down one weapon. Maybe some pistols could come out from the side of from deck. But here as well, oh, Mighty Wolves, they did get the game back, like 4 rounds when they got to 10-9. But here, it just feels like it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, and Not Like This are hunting for these weapons, but in the wrong direction. So they're going to be not going to be approaching B-bomb site. And this does mean that Mighty Wolves will be able to save those 3 rifles, and the next round still should be impactful. So
exactly. Let's just see how this one's going to go through. As Emis is going to peek towards banana. He's going to spot the first player. He's going to take down Kalinka. And Kalinka is one of the entry fraggers for Not Like This. And him losing the weapon, we can see there's money situation as well. It's not too good.
So he's going to be forcing up. So
yeah, that is true. But if they will lose this round, which in theory could happen, then it should be pretty scary for them.
Yeah, well, for Mighty Wolves, it's absolutely crucial here. This is their final timeout.
Yeah.
Maybe actually in the midst of everything they have taken the timeouts, but then I do apologize. I really do not recall what the hell has happened.
Me too. Like,
what was I doing?
Fall asleep?
I saw 2 timeouts. This is the second timeout I see for Mighty Wolves. Where did the other 2 come from?
No idea at this stage, but let's continue on watching as the timeout's going to end soon. And I'm curious to see. So Kalinka at the moment has been very impactful with just being aggressor. Like the same for Žalgiris with Sterzig and Inferno as well. Kalinka as well finds the same luck. And here is just a question. Can they capitalize and can they keep up with Kalinka? Because Kalinka definitely needs to have at least one player behind him at almost all times. So I'm really thinking if it's going to be maybe Not Like This, the over-aggression that can cost them the game. As here Emis is waiting patiently for Fanet. And if Fanet's going to go for a wide peak, I'm curious to see if Emis can get the flick.
Oh, he barely misses the flick, and instantly Fanet trading, knowing that Emis is going to go for that repeat. Excellent play coming out here. Now poor pressure is going to be applied towards Banana, as Keen has found Kalinka towards the boiler room, and Halflix is going to play the role of the lurker. He can still cause a lot of havoc here, as Kokaho has given away his position with those grenades. Is going to be rotating around, but he's already locked out of the sight, and now pushing through the flames. Fanet actually almost survives there. The final flame burns the underneath his feet, or whatever you call it, his feet, not underneath the feet.
Yeah, that is the right word for that. And the fact that he went for that, it kind of even helps them.
Halflix needs to hurry up here with this retake. The retake is on the way, so Halflix needs to find the correct timing, needs to push until the very end. He sees the player, so now he's going to be pushing. And Dreamus needs to survive as long as possible. He will go down. Halflix gets 2 kills, will flash for himself with that peak as well. Deck now is really just running down the time to the maximum amount. Does he enough time? He has the defuse kit in hand, as he's going to be heading towards the site and go for that kit. It seems that he's going to make it, and that is going to be the 10th round for Mighty Wolves. Barely. You can see that the money situation for them is horrible, and a lot better situation on the side of Not Like This. So really not a lot of utility is going to be on the side of Mighty Wolves unless they go for some sort of FAMASas and like UMP buys. You can see like, okay, so there's what, 5 smokes, 2 HE grenades and 2 incendiary grenades. So still pretty decent, but not ideal. Especially if Not Like This decide to bait out this utility early on, it can go extremely south for Mighty Wolves. Now, all that is required from Mighty Wolves right now is not to use a lot of utility early on here and make sure that you do not die first.
Yeah, exactly. And that kind of Kalinka also helps them because Kalinka is not being too aggressive this round. So as well, Not Like This are now going to go for the slow play. Try to decide, but no, Kalinka with this flashbang is going to check out middle. He's going to spot the player towards short, so he has some kind of information at least. But not too much, as we can see on the other side. It is Deck trying to peek in, but with all those flashes, it gives me Not Like This taking the mid control. And with the bomb drop down there, I'm kind of furious to see it drop down that far away. Having it dropped in the second middle, or anywhere there, I think is a lot better choice.
Well, you can see now, because Mighty Wolves once again have been pushed out of middle, they have put 4 people here, and Kalinka somehow is in the site. Not seeing Flourish in that situation does mean that he gets a kill, as Dek and Kukaho finds each of their own respective kills here as well. Leaves only Dreamus last man standing, as Dek gets the kill onto Halflex, and Dreamus looks extremely shaky in this situation. Will not be able to survive, as Keen does get that follow-up kill. So what looked pretty good, I don't understand why not like this didn't switch it around and go for the B bomb side. Like they did everything textbook style, pushed the CTs out of middle. The reinforcements were there already. Of course, not like this, couldn't have known for that, but still, that just guarantees that 3 people, most like 90%, are gonna stay on A.
Yeah, definitely in a way. As here, Fanet might have the opportunity to find Kukaho, because I believe Kukaho heard the player move, and from this angle with the AK it should be pretty easy to take down a P250 and or a CZ that might be pushing them. As we can see, this is going to be a B rush towards that side. Is going to be there now. Yes, M is with Kukaho, so they are playing the B side all the time. And I think that they have made this adjustment. Maybe they have switched the players around.
They have. Emis is on B bomb site and Dek is playing on A now. So, Dreamus instantly taking down Kukaho as well. And Halflex finds the kill onto Emis.
Not like this.
A 4 versus 3 situation. They're going to be able to retrieve those rifles, and a post-plant situation for them, as Fanet also holds an incendiary grenade. And with this crossfire here, they just need to make sure, Fanet needs to make sure he doesn't kill off Halflex. The CTs, they're going to be pushing through. The corner is going to be checked, and Halflex missing crucial headshots there. Prokus and Fanet here with a crossfire will be able to instantly trade back. The flashback does come through. Fanet spraying will not find anything, but Prokus, of course, being able to trade now in a 1 versus 2 situation. Keen needs to come up with a miracle here. Doesn't have the defuse kit, so he's going to be only looking to see if he can dispose of any extra weaponry on this side of not like this, and not spotting any of these players. They're going to be heading towards C and CT, and actually Prokus will find his 3rd.
He found, the second one, I believe.
The money. Look at the money for Mighty Wolves.
Exactly. Keen had 0 money. You can see only plus 1.7k.
In this situation, Mighty Wolves need to go for a complete, full economical round and then just put all bets on the next buy round. As you can see, they're barely buying anything. Only a few pistols and only 2 armors on their team.
Yeah, this game is a lot closer than at least our predictions say. As you did say, 16 to 10, and my prediction's already out the window, but quite potentially this could be not like this, taking this one home. So I'm really curious to see, as it is basically a stack towards the B site, only now it's going to be Ami's rotating towards A, just to make sure that no one's there, just so I don't miss out on anything. As here, he's going to hear the players towards middle, has the information, the bomb is there as well. It's going to be Kalinka, quite potentially in a world of trouble here. Because if he gets taken down, that could be an AK in the hands of Mighty Wolves. And at that stage, either saved or used, it will be a huge thing for them.
And Kalinka quickly spotting that boost, as well as gathering so much information here, as Halflex will find the kill onto Emis, and in the death cam, Kalinka will see how many players are there. So this means that not like this will be able to quickly fortify this A site in a post-plant situation. Now all of Mighty Wolves players are going to be coming from Banana here, heading towards middle, and it looks like they just want these weapons, as many weapons as they can gain.
Yep, exactly. It's going to be Fanet trying to hunt for them, but we can see as well the money situation for not like this is not so good as well. So he's going to lose this weapon. This could be very scary. But we can see Mighty Wolves are not overextending the line. They want to lure them into their trap. They're not going to peek and fight carelessly here. He's going to spot 2 players and instantly Keen. He's going to find a kill, but as Halflex comes in, he's going to go down as well. And this is what I'm talking about. Not like this, they don't have too much money to play like this.
Oh, wow. Dream is almost going down there. Will be able to get the kill onto Flourish, but that is still 2 AKs retrieved for the side of Mighty Wolves, and this might have been all they needed here to actually come back. It is coming down to the very wire.
It definitely is. Mighty Wolves, do you in these kind of situations, or did you in these kind of situations pull out just something completely crazy? Are we just continuing and play like calm and collected, gathering the information?
You need something that's gonna throw off the side of not like this really in this situation. So for Mighty Wolves, I would say that they should throw in some sort of a curveball here. Of course, it is a risk, but at this stage, Keen now going down, even more pressure on the Emis. He's going to be missing crucial shots. Kalinka finding 2 entries here. Flaric needs to go absolutely huge.
No!
He will be checked for. Leaves only Kukaho and Emis here. And once again, if I will repeat myself, if not like this, win this, then Mighty Wolves do not go to the finals.
What did I ask you to tell? Like, I'm so on edge at this stage, and Mighty Wolves are definitely one of my top picks for my favorite Latvian teams. But this is just something I never thought I would see. But it's the same not like this that beat Vaz Sports on Inferno.
I don't know what the hell am I watching today. What are these games, man? I feel so sorry for Mighty Wolves right now. Probably the pressure is making your veins on your neck to stand out. And you can see as well with this push, they're just hunting for these kills. They need to get rid of these rifles. They know where both of these players are. Fonet will find Emis here, and Kokaho will also go down. Worst case scenario for Mighty Wolves is now they will need to work with basically farm guns whilst being set up for a match point.
Match point. I bet most of the players from Mighty Wolves are now sitting like the logo of Not Like This team.
Not even mad about so far losing my prediction, and yours is out the window as well.
Yeah,
Flashbangs used here as a lot of utility for the side of Mighty Wolves. And Emis might just go down here. He's way too close.
And now Kokaho goes down as well. One more player going down. Keen and Flaric, 2 players remaining. But what are the chances that they can fight against 5 AKs? My goodness, I can't believe I'm saying this. But there's now 90% chance Mighty Wolves are not going to be in the finals.
Oh, and Flaric and Keen really need to go absolutely godlike. They don't have any defuse kits as well.
They can't.
Oh, Fonet will find the kill onto Flaric. Keen left in a 1 versus 5 in the very final round as he finds his first, and with a quick bullet, that is going to be it. Mighty Wolves lose it 16-11, and they don't make it into the finals, whilst Not Like This with this victory will not make it themselves. Auto Clutch most likely are going to be the players that are going to be advancing. Of course, we're rushing ahead a bit here, but one is clear. Mighty Wolves are not going to be the team that are going to be securing the 4th position here. And what an upset.
I had no idea this was about. The fact that I'm going to repeat myself. Mighty Wolves, they were in the 1st position in Season 2 here to happen, and at least 3 weeks in a row. At the beginning, they played flawlessly. Everything was good here. And Not Like This were the ones struggling, not showing up.
Yeah,
and look what happens.
The downward slope really... I cannot even find an explanation apart from the fact that they were like forced to play with a stand-in, but after like a few weeks you should have been able to adjust already towards what sort of consequences is this having on your team. So wow, I'm a bit lost for words. Super pumped to see Not Like This performing like so. They obviously also felt the victory here coming towards their way, and I like that for the first time during the whole match, I didn't have a Not Like This moment while watching Not Like This.
Yeah, most definitely. Like, this match, in all seriousness, was so great. Like, there weren't too many mistakes that we can call out as dumb mistakes. Maybe a Kalinka push one time when he was too aggressive. Yeah. But all that aggression, everything they put in, everything worked out. And, yeah.
This is also should be a staple for Not Like This in terms of... They really need to remember the feeling how they played this match and try to transition with that feeling into their future matches, be it in BSL or wherever. If they continue playing as a team, strongly would suggest to just remember what this feeling was. What were the communications like? How were you guys collaborating? What was the general atmosphere within the team? And how I can guarantee you that in the last 4 rounds, every single person was giving super valuable input information-wise into what accumulated into the actual success of Not Like This. And this is usually like, I even sort of got the feeling just watching how they were playing. This reminds me of the feeling that you have in the LANs, where I was saying that you have a bit of a different sort of a communication happening between you and your teammates. And it's obviously super impactful. So finally, super happy to see a very nice CS coming out from Not Like This for the side of Mighty Wolves. Tough luck, boys. I mean, you were working hard. You were showing a lot of success also in other leagues. But unfortunately, it does seem that, well, the next Flash that they're going to play. They have a match in front with Red Eye, I think.
Team Red Eye. Which also
Team
could in
Red Eye,
theory be a difficult one, because Team
game.
Red Eye got not like this to the overtime.
Yeah, so still, Red Eye, of course, as well, have showed positive tendencies.
Yeah.
First of all, a big also congratulations to, once again, our Vault giveaway winner.
Yep.
Make sure you message us on BSL at bsl.pro. I mean, I'm really a bit lost for words here.
Yeah, this game brought out almost everything from us. But there's more things that we can give to you. Check out in the description below, there is a giveaway, the big giveaway that we're having here, like bags, power banks that we at the moment have on our table, thermal cups, yes, monitors, keyboards, mouses, headphones, all of that is there down in the description below. Check it out. But for now, the day 2 has ended. We still have 3 more games tomorrow. I'm Envy.
I'm V.
This was such a great evening. See you tomorrow.
I'm on my own. All the places you said we go. All this pain feels within. Footsteps fade, what could have been? Finally, I feel more free. The end of you and me. Let it go, let it be. My heart belongs to me. My heart belongs to me. You're never gonna let me go, and I will never let you go. And now I'm feeling stronger, feeling stronger. You're never gonna let me go, and I will never let you go. And now I'm feeling stronger, feeling stronger. Feeling stronger, feeling stronger. You're never gonna let me